turn this on right now. Because I am running. Ow. What? Ow.
Ow.
Yeah. I don't know. My finger was like, or my hand was like, I will make you feel like you're being electrocuted. Thanks. Alrighty then. Alright, I'm finishing a different story now. I just super love exploring in this game anyways, and just wandering around. I could wander around in Genshin all day. Actually, I could do that in a lot of games, I should say. To be clear, I can wander around almost anywhere. All day. It's not my schoolwork or work. I'm happy with that. I need to go up there. I don't know why I went this way, but I did. Just in case there's, like, side quests that I didn't get. So far, no. Oh, what? A? What the hell? A just decided to jump off the bridge into the water anyways. I guess she needed a bath. What's going on here?
Dad! What's wrong? Dad?
Don't be scared. Dr. Baizhu will be back soon.
Oh, Chi-Chi, you're so calm.
How is he doing?
You just got corrupted and now I have to kill you.
That's not good anyways.
Dr. Baizhu, you're back! My dad was doing fine earlier, but then he suddenly started coughing up blood. Now he can't even get a full word out anymore.
When Gui left, he was still conscious. But now...
Gui, please take Jia Liang to the back room and prepare for treatment.
Yes, of course.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure your father.
I clicked the button.
Why are there
happened.
two children in jail?
I don't know. What'd they do?
Children are terrible.
They can be.
Use Chang Sheng's secret art again, is he?
Maybe they murdered
Is
someone.
there really no other way to save Jia Liang? Oh, please don't worry. Dr. Baizhu will find a way.
But...
Well, somebody coughing up blood is kind of scary. Too bad I can't just, like, run into the back and be like, ha ha ha.
Dr. Baizhu is still treating the patient. Please do not disturb him for now.
Well, it's the next morning. Okay. The next morning. Can I get it there? I did! I used to wait for the time instead of using the clock. I don't bother anymore.
How are you feeling, Dad? Are you still hurting anywhere? You're not gonna suddenly collapse again, are you?
Much better, Ayu. I'm feeling much better. In fact, I can't explain it, but somehow I feel even better than usual. Wait, where's Dr. Baizhu? I still haven't had a chance to thank him. Seems he moved me here before I came to.
Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still be resting.
Oh, really?
Sad
Well,
face.
he must be tired from treating me for 2 nights in a row. I don't know how I can begin to repay him for saving my life. I'll have to discuss it properly with Jiangli once we find her.
I don't think we're gonna find her.
Speaking of which, has there been any word of her whereabouts yet?
No, the Adventurers Guild hasn't gotten back to me yet. I'll go check with them again in a bit.
I'll come with...
Don't forget what Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jialiang. I strongly suggest that you stay and rest at Boo Boo Pharmacy for now. I can accompany Ayu to the Adventurers Guild.
I suppose you're right. Though, on the bright side, this means I can thank Dr. Baizhu in person once he's finished resting.
Traveler, Baizhu hasn't shown his face ever since he went in to treat Jialiang again. Do you think he... Huh? Hey, wait up!
Just takes off. Not a word. That traveler is weird. Just turns around and runs. I get it, but
Which one are you working on now?
I'm doing Baiju's story.
You're finally awake? That was far too risky. Even with me here to help you balance your chi.
There was no time. I had no other choice. In any case, it was not completely without benefit to myself. I managed to learn something. Jiangli's design is quite brilliant. She makes numerous innovations that I can learn from. Alas, if only there wasn't a catch.
So, how much longer do you think Baishu's gonna nap for? They've been outside waiting for you the whole time while you were asleep. Shall we at least go and show our faces?
All right.
See, the weirdness with Baiju's eyes doesn't really bother me because there's other characters with weirder looking eyes.
Surely he hasn't. There's no way he could have just...
No.
Who's talking behind our backs again?
No, Paimon's just being negative.
Chung-chung!
Of course. There's no need to be concerned. I merely had to transfer a rather large amount of life force on this occasion. But, with Chung-chung's help, I will recover in time.
Jialiang seemed fine yesterday. Why did he need more life-saving treatment again so soon?
Because his crazy wife just tried to kill him again.
I made an error in my initial diagnosis. Jialiang is in fact suffering from more than one ailment. And as a result, his life force depleted at a greater rate than I had anticipated.
What? You mean, even if you got all the poison out of him, he'd still be sick?
Yes. But more pertinently, the poison in Jialiang's system is there precisely because it is being used to manage his underlying medical condition. Jialiang has a rare congenital heart condition, and ongoing treatment is essential to maintaining healthy functioning of his heart meridian. Left untreated, it puts the patient at risk of coughing up blood and fainting, and in the longer term, causes irreversible damage to the internal organs. Though it was created from god remains, this formula is not a poison in Jialiang's case. Rather, it's his medication.
Had he not taken it all these years, he likely would have died a long time ago.
Why are you going off all the time?
Still, using poison to treat a disease is hardly a viable long-term solution. As time passed, and the poison accumulated in his system, It began to impact his
Huh.
cognition. Moreover, the longer he relied upon this medicine, the more resistant his body became to it. Jiang Li had to concoct ever greater quantities to ensure its continued efficacy, or he could have still perished at any moment.
This poor kid.
That explains why Ayu said his dad has been getting worse, and why his mom went off to gather herbs.
God remains are extremely dangerous to be around, because humans have no natural defense against them.
Okay,
I
what is
shudder
going
to
on?
think how many times Jiang Li has exposed herself to them.
It's nothing. That's annoying.
I fear that the situation is just as that Adeptus described. In an effort to save Jia Liang's life, Jiang Li has abandoned all regard for her own safety.
Uh-oh. There goes Megan.
I never suspected that even Jiang Li would turn to the same
Megan's
path
here.
as so many others over the years.
Oh, now I can hear you. No, it keeps doing that
Perhaps
type
the
errors.
inevitable course of
Ah.
Oh no, I can hear you. Oh no! Oh no.
fate. To sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go beyond human means in order to do the impossible. Whatever the cost may be.
Well, I think that it's too early to say with any certainty what fate has in mind. In any case, I have stabilized Jia Liang's condition for now, so our immediate priority should be to get ourselves back to Qingsa village and find out where Jiang Li is. Her regular exposure to God remains over such a long period will have been catastrophic for her health. And given that she's already been missing for several days, I am fearing the worst.
It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baizhu.
Oh, my phone keeps going off.
It's Jialiang! Don't tell Paimon you overheard everything already.
Dr. Baizhu, please let me come with you. You've already done so much for my family. I can no longer just sit here and watch while you put yourself at risk for Jiang Li's sake. After all, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had to put herself in harm's way in the first place. I know I won't be of much help in battle, but at the very least, I can show you the way. I'm sure I'll be able to remember. I know there's a spot where she says goodbye to me every time she goes to gather her herbs. I'm sure I'll remember. I have to remember.
Be careful. If you get too agitated, your blood pressure and stress levels will rise, putting further pressure on your heart. For your own safety, you should stay here and rest.
No! We're out of time! We have to go now. Right now. Before I forget everything again.
This trip will be extremely dangerous, and there is a very real possibility that you will not return from it. Are you sure you're prepared for that?
I never expected to live this long in the first place. My death is already long overdue. So why should I fear it? There's only one thing I fear now, and that's that I'll forget her again before we manage to find her.
Very well. Then follow me.
Dr. Baizhu, are you heading out again?
Yes. This could be a long one. Could you please prepare a dose of the usual formula? Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen and 1 dose each of the ingredients from the 3rd and 5th compartments of my medicine cabinet. I hope it works.
Dr. Baizhu, do you mean...
What are you doing?
Hop to it now. And remember to be careful with the cauldron this time. You don't want to burn yourself
Oh,
again.
that's nice loud purrs.
Okay.
my mic down to my cat, all he hears.
That's not a good sound.
Yes, I'm mocking you. Hello.
That is a terrible sound. Don't let your cat do that.
Okay, get out of here.
Look at all this fat. Look at all this fat.
He's a chunky boy.
Oh, he is so chunky.
Back up to this village, because I gotta finish this quest line. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that was so cute. She saw Zhao. And she was all like, but he didn't smile to me. It's like, well, it's Zhao. Hi, Goblin. Who's back? What do you mean back? Generally, it's back again. Why are you back twice? What? How are you doing, Goblin?
Hey, listen!
Why is that so quiet? What is up? So I need to be over here again at this house. Random house. How's it going? How's the job? Have you been working still?
Feeling is back. It's just like the day I went missing. It's as if something inside me is trying to guide me somewhere.
The Motherlode's influence is growing stronger.
Motherlode.
But is it because we're getting closer to the source?
Oh.
Or because the leakage of Ch blood is growing more severe?
Ch, not cha. Cha. Ugh. It's gonna be an interesting year. I don't know what's gonna happen because I feel like this Christmas is gonna be like one of those years where people aren't gonna be spending a lot of money. Hmm?
What's money?
Hmm.
Money.
I don't know. Some of us
Jiaoyang,
see it, but
can you
not
sense
many.
which direction the source is in?
I never see it physically anyway.
I think it's this way.
He shall be our guide. He will guide us with his blood?
Yes, I'm sure of it.
Okay, let's go. I'm running around with Amber on my team of all things.
I feel a dull ache in my heart. This must be the way.
Oh no, that's not good.
This place feels familiar. I think I've been here before.
Probably where he had to wait. Day got postponed for November 2nd
There is
now.
an inauspicious presence here.
That's not. That might not be a bad thing. Gives you time to prepare.
I think I remember this place.
Jiaoyang, are you okay? Maybe you should rest here while we continue the search.
No, I have to keep going. Jiangli is still waiting for me. Then let's hurry.
Oh. I hope that I don't have to move for a while. Let's use
I will protect you.
Noelle. Because I need stone, apparently. This will be interesting. We're going to be heavily relying. Exactly, yeah.
This place gives Paimon the creeps. Who knows what we're gonna find up ahead?
Yeah, we'll see.
The digging marks here appear amateur and rather old. I suspect it is a thieves' tunnel.
No, you can't. Leave that mattress behind. Actually, throw it out. Burn it if you can.
Thieves' tunnel? Paimon has heard rumors about treasure around these parts before. Maybe it was the treasure hoarders that dug this tunnel.
Judging by the tools they left behind, it's certainly a possibility. But why did they abandon this place without even stopping to pack up their tools?
I remember now. She took me here once and told me that she'd found a way to save me in this cave. But she said that the method would cause me to, curses. Why can't I remember what she said?
Easy, Jialiang. Come on, let's keep going.
Ooh, I have baizhu. Cool. What's her ability?
Healer.
Snake. Oh, he attacks with his fingers. That's weird.
It's acupuncture.
So he's like a catalyst user. Oh, he's kind of effective.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Somewhat. It's not as strong as A, but... Great, yeah, just cough, yeah. Blech.
Mind the side effects.
Special ability, give you my disease.
I don't really have a disease.
I know, I'm just making fun.
Remember, health comes first.
Oh yeah, that's the healing ability right there.
The doctor will see you now.
Does he just normally heal from attacking? I have to test this out.
Mind the side effects.
Yeah, oh, his healing is kind of cool. Okay.
The doctor will see you now.
He'd be really good for healing.
Whoa, there's a sensor here.
Ooh, nice. That's a good idea.
Sure made themselves at home.
That's kind of cool. I'd love to do that, except it's usually black. Well, I guess you can get it in other colors now.
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster repelling incense.
I would like to do that. That'd be so much fun, though. If I lived in a house, I would be painting my walls for sure.
A monster repelling incense? You should...
The incense was burned several days ago. If I had to guess, the monsters we fought just now were enticed here by some entity deeper inside the cave. No doubt an encounter with the very same entity was what prompted the treasure hoarders to flee and abandon their designs on this cave. After them, Jiang Li was the next person to discover this place and what lies inside. But to her, it presented an opportunity to save Jia Liang's life, albeit as a last resort.
That's right. This sensor, it belongs to Jiang Li. Yes, this was the place.
Party lights? That'd be fun. I need to get like a lamp so I can turn the lights off when I play.
This is where I told Jiang Li to give me the poison.
Jialiang!
I'm fine. Let's keep going. I can feel it. She is right below us, waiting for me.
Oh, you strong. Open door. Lifts. Giant wood and metal crate. Crate? Gate. Wow. Words come out of my mouth, but they really just don't mean anything anymore. It's gonna be a rough week. Anything hidden over here? No, they usually don't do that. Not in these.
I can feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up
Oh,
ahead.
okay, yeah.
The place where we made a pact together to...
You should do what BMO does, where he does the VTubing.
A bitter pill to swallow.
No, I overthought that. Well, that was simple.
We can keep going now.
From the looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
Oh, okay. Then you can do that. That's okay. Magic door. Okay, magic room. Oh.
What? Radiant Harvest. Cause and effect. What quest is this? Oh god. It's the frickin' oh my god. Okay. Stupid event quest. Okay, let's go for
Oh,
this.
Megan does not sound like she's having a good time.
No, I'm totally having a good time. But now I just have to do all the player event first.
Oh, you got all flustered. You're just like...
Still hate them.
Poor Alhaitham. Now he's gonna be cynical about it and upset.
I was flying toward the quest area, and then the quest started, so I saw my character drop out of the sky.
Yeah?
He's most likely dead.
Yeah, he's gonna be really mad at you now.
He gets flung around all the time. You know, for a character who they made look super ripped, he just gets tossed left, right.
He did say he's not very strong.
No, he is strong. Just not, you know, for taking hits.
Mind the side effects.
Well, he's just not, Oh, I don't even know how to describe this, but he's not, he doesn't have a lot of resilience.
The doctor will see you now.
No.
A bitter pill to swallow.
How dare you shoot him with an arrow? The poor man is sick and dying. That's just what I need.
Taking a turn for the better. Mind the side effects.
I'm just making fun of baizhu.
A bitter pill to...
Oh, he just got hit really hard. Oh, but he got it back.
Mind the side effects. Seems like an emergency.
It kind of is. Get him, he's down, he's down.
This is nothing.
Come on, baizhu. Get him!
A bitter pill to swallow.
Dude,
The doctor will see you now.
your acupuncture is... Hey. Get him. There we go. Okay, I can scratch my ear now. You're being a cat demon for the Halloween. A cat demon? What is a cat demon? And that's your mask for stream. Oh. That's kind of cool. No mystery stuff? No mystery stuff. There's still a hair in my ear. That's annoying. Okay, wait. I don't like leaving rooms when I know that there's other things going on in the room. And that's going down.
Doesn't see any barrier-breaking mechanisms around here. There are tracks here, and it looks like they're connected to something. Shall we follow it and see where it takes us?
Yeah, now I can go that way. Now that I know. Go this way. Guess we go down here? Oh, because there's the mechanism right here. Oh, there we go. See, I'm overthinking it already. Open says me. That... what? Oh, right, it needs this one. Okay. Doesn't it relays it? It goes... whoop. What's the point of this room, though? Nothing? That's weird. Usually they don't do that. Oh no! Guess there's no climbing in here. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, hold on. This is actually really bothering me because it's like in my ear. Ah. Oh, great. It's a bishop.
Zhongli!
Look out! There's a monster next to her!
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back. Taking a turn for the better. This is nothing.
He's actually pretty formidable.
A bitter pill to swallow.
When he's like fully powered. Oh, you're gonna try to fight me with frickin' fire.
The doctor will see you.
Baizhu, you're on fire!
A bitter pill to swallow.
Ooh, you're not doing so hot there, bud. Ah! No, run! Hit him! Jeez, you have to like make contact to actually do damage.
With baizhu, yes.
Mind the side effects.
And that's true of most all characters.
Seems like an
No, like
emergency.
I keep treating him like he's a catalyst. Where you have like, you can he's different.
Be fairly close.
The benefit is that he
Mind the
can
side effects.
heal fairly easily. Oh, except for now.
Mind the side effects.
There we go.
You're so beautiful.
The doctor will see you.
Ooh. Oops. I hate when they do that. There. There. We did it.
Dr. Baizhu, how serious is it? Is she...
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite grave. The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition, much as the poison in your system did to you. If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we save her life, I fear that she may never wake up again.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's destroy the remains right away! It's not as simple as that. Don't you remember what Baizhu said? The poison within Jialiang's body is inextricably linked to the god remains here. If the source is purged, the poison in his system will stop having any effect. And the poison within Jialiang's body is keeping his heart condition under control. So, if it stops working... Oh no. Are you saying...
Indeed. If the god remains here are purged, then your life will come to an end.
Oh, this is sad.
I wondered when this day might come.
Wait! But we've all been working our butts off to save Jialiang's life! After all that, we can't just give up on him! Baizhu, you're a great doctor! Surely you gotta know of some other way we can save him, right?
Oh, poor Paimon. She's so upset.
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for Jiang Li, maybe if we put our heads together, we can think of something?
You just heard a Star Wars joke and it's killing you?
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you, right up until the moment when she lost consciousness. Maybe it's her greatest wish that you will continue to take it and live.
Dr. Baizhu, give it to me straight. How long does Jiang Li have?
The god remains have reached her internal organs.
Almost time
Under
for
ordinary
another wish.
circumstances,
Almost time for
I would
another
give
wish.
her less than
Almost
3
time for
days.
another wish.
Are you
But
just doing singles now?
If I were
Yup.
to treat her using a secret art...
But what would be the point of that?
Ah, yes. You have to tell it. You can send it to me in a whisper if you want.
Dr. Baizhu, I'm all too aware of the dangers of god remains. You are not the first to mention it to me. If I continue to sustain my own life using this wretched substance, not only would Jiang Li have to keep risking her life to make my medicine for me, but I would have to live with the looming threat of these remains breaking out and wreaking havoc not just upon me, but my entire family. I know for a fact that I should have died over a decade ago. The fact that I've been around to see how you grow up is already a great blessing from Rex Lapis. If my choice can bring Jiang Li back, then even if I die...
Jialiang.
After cheating death for so long, it seems I've grown somewhat addicted to life. Traveler, Dr. Baizhu, could I have another minute with my wife? I just want to have one final moment together.
Aww.
Of course.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry that I won't be able to repay your kindness in this life.
Jialiang.
Aww.
Baizhu, Changsheng. Is there really nothing else you can do?
I am sure that over the years, Jiang Li will have tried all the conventional methods known to humankind. As for less conventional methods, I have little expertise besides Changsheng's secret art.
Aww.
Mortals are fated
See?
to grow old and pass on when
see
their
it.
natural lifespan runs out. If it were so easy to combat the natural processes of aging and death, Jiang Li would not have had to resort to unnatural methods.
Alright, what's your answer? Don't forget to put it in the whisper. Oh,
What
that is a very
crazy
dirty joke.
situation. Jiang Li risked it all to save Jialiang's life. And now, Jialiang has to sacrifice himself to save Jiang Li. What's the point of it all?
I've seen many final farewells in my time, but I can never get used to it.
In the human realm, all things
500
must come to
fucking
an
coupons.
end.
Fuck that shit.
Is it not a fitting end to die for a worthy cause? At least, that's what generations of masters before you have always believed.
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those who would willingly sacrifice themselves for others, I cannot help but think that theirs are the lives least deserving of death.
When all this began, we agreed that once Ayu was old enough to help you gather herbs, it would be time for me to
No,
go.
that's not where I wanted to go.
If you could only see him now. He took me all the way to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. And he even got
Oh,
the
that
adventure
is
to
so
speak for
bad.
me.
That is a bad joke. Don't apologize. I get what it's saying, but that never happened.
So, I know that you'll both be okay without me.
That's clever.
I've said my goodbyes.
That's not the
My time
worst
is
I've
gone.
heard, so...
Do what you must.
As you wish.
Baizhu does a twirl. Okay.
It will eat away at both your cognition and your memories. In the end, you'll become little more than a shadow of your true self.
I'll take it. At the very least, it will allow me to stay with you and watch Ayu grow up.
Mom, something's really wrong with Dad.
Don't fret, Ayu. I will gather some medicinal herbs right away. I promise you, nothing will happen to our family.
Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live, the tighter we cling to what we have.
No.
Alright, here we go.
Good luck.
Oh, how I would love to hear your voice.
Ooh, good job. Congratulations.
That's what's gonna congratulate, I got fucked.
Well, what did you get?
Blue.
Oh, well, I've been fucked the whole time. Goblin said he might have a girlfriend.
Ooh, congrats.
Yeah, he got a job, he's getting a new place, and he might have a girlfriend.
Jialiang! Jialiang!
Oh, it's
Dad!
exciting.
Are you awake?
What's the big changes?
Jiangli,
Yeah, things sometimes do come together.
didn't I... Huh? What are these?
Oh yeah, what are those?
How does it feel to come back to life?
He's a zombie. Oh, he's like, Chi-Chi.
Do you feel strange or different in any way? If so, could you describe it to me in detail?
Dr. Baizhu, I thought that I was going to...
Die? You did indeed. As things stand now, you're more akin to a zombie than a human.
Oh. Cool. Just make sure she doesn't fall. And if she does, make sure you don't fall too hard. Apparently it's a girl he's teaching to skateboard. It's still fun.
I'm
That's
a
good.
zombie?
That's right. Before we set off, I asked Chi-Chi to prepare an elixir of immortality. With its help, you have been suspended in the space between life and death. Of course, this is but a crude imitation of an Adeptus art. I don't expect it to extend your life indefinitely. Whether it will keep you alive for a few days, a few months, or a few years, I am as interested as you to find out. But, however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the world in peace. I hope that Director Who finds this arrangement to be a satisfactory one.
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh. Leave it to you to work on something like that behind my back.
Why is she so in everybody's business? Get out of his business, Hu Tao.
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name, and it would have had no effect were it not for Jia Liang's iron will. In the end, I am merely a doctor. I understand very little of the great principles governing life and death and the perpetual cycle of yin and yang. All I know is that if I'm presented with a life that deserves to be saved, I will do everything in my power to save them.
And that's what a doctor
And
should
even
be.
this would have counted for nothing without Director Who's assistance. After all, did you not tell Jia Liang to show us the way before we set off for Qingce Village?
Oops. And I'm busted.
Without Director Who nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found Jiang Li in time.
No wonder he didn't mention the elixir back then. I thought he was being frank and transparent with me for once, but apparently not.
Yeah, that's the way it is, Goblin, though, for a long time. Like, a lot of us have it like that. Like, I'm going to school and working all the time, and sometimes it's just not enough time until, like, a little bit later once everything settles in. When she's done school, it'll calm down.
Director Who told me to keep her suggestion a secret, but it seems nothing escapes Dr. Baizhu's attention.
Never underestimate a serpent's sense of smell.
All I wanted was to help Jia Liang find his missing wife as soon as possible, so that he could be on his way to the afterlife without any unfulfilled wishes making the journey more difficult than it needs to be. Leave it to Boo Boo Pharmacy to snatch the perfect opportunity right out of my hands at the last hurdle. Never mind. I'll just have to put it down in the books as a deferred consideration.
What? She's actually upset because he didn't die. Wow, Hu Tao, now I get it why people don't like you. That was very callous.
One Chi-Chi was enough of a conundrum. The last thing I need's another one. If I'd
And you
known
see how
this was
Chi-Chi
coming,
is hiding?
I'd have whisked
She's
him off
scared
to
of
the
Hu
Guangzhou
Tao.
funeral parlor the moment I found him.
Oh.
You stay away from my
Chi-Chi, I
dad!
am too.
When I grow up, I'm gonna become an even better doctor than Mom and Baizhu, and cure Dad for good!
I don't think you can. Aww. That means that you really like her there, Goblin. I hope she feels the same way.
Oh, is that
Work
right?
hard.
Well, you wouldn't be the first
So you can see her as
person
much as you
who's tried to
can.
put Guangzhou funeral parlor out of business. If you're serious about it, you'll have your work cut out for you.
This sword from the Fishing Association is actually not bad for like energy recharge characters.
Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all another time.
Is she finally gone? All's well that ends well. If you ask Paimon, we should probably do something to celebrate this hard-earned family reunion.
Paimon's idea of celebration can only mean one thing.
At times like this, a grand celebratory feast is in order.
It feels like it was a whole lifetime ago when I last talked with Zhongli and Ayu around the dinner table.
Yay! Paimon can't wait! Alright, first things first, off to the market for some fresh ingredients. Let's go!
Wait up! I'll come too!
Baizhu, thank you so much for everything you've done for us.
Don't mention it, Jiangli. I was just doing my duty.
Just your duty, huh? Baizhu, Changsheng, Would you mind if we took this conversation outside?
Uh-oh. Oh, no, I'm baizhu? Okay. Anything hidden in the corner? No. He walks so funny.
Time flies. It's been so long since we bade each other farewell in Chenyu Vale. Changshang, you're the same as ever. You haven't changed one bit.
Maybe you guys just weren't mature enough.
You, on the other hand, have changed a lot.
Takes time.
You're right. My younger self would have never imagined that things would one day turn out this way. Or that you'd turn out this way, baizhu.
Baizhu's having a hard time keeping up.
I've taken a look at your elixir of immortality. It's not altogether dissimilar from the poison I concocted in terms of the way it functions.
I have to say, Jiangli, it was a stroke of genius to use poison to maintain life. I hope you're not too upset at me for copying your methods.
No, not at all. With your intellect, even if you'd never seen my poison, I believe you would have eventually arrived at the same approach. But I'm still impressed by how quickly you managed to gain such a thorough understanding of it. Jialiang's still only been in your care for a few days.
Frieza's is passed
Not
out on my
just
sandals.
that. You even managed to improve upon the original formula. That cannot be explained by intellect alone.
You're
Baizhu,
special.
be honest with me.
That's
Did you try
one way
out
of
some of
putting
the
it.
poison on yourself?
You think you can ride
Told you the truth would
drive a
surface
wave
sooner
rider
or later.
from
Life force isn't the
all
only
the way
thing
to
that
the US?
Changshang's contract
Probably.
lets you transfer between bodies, is it?
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli. You are correct. Besides life force, Changsheng's secret art also allows for the transfer of toxins and diseases.
Well, that's kind of bad. So, like, he can poison himself and also get people's diseases. That's lovely. Obviously, it gets neutralized, but that's wow.
When I treated Jia Liang for the second time, I transferred some of the poison from his body into my own. Not only did this allow me to alleviate the burden on him, but it also gave me an opportunity to study its properties. There is no need to worry about any long-term consequences to my health, however. Now that the source has been destroyed, any remaining poison in me will have already dissipated.
But you took such a huge risk. If we hadn't destroyed the god's remains back there, then even you might have... What am I saying? I'm in no position to criticize you for this. The reason I left our master and went into hiding all those years ago was that he was getting old, and I didn't want him using up any more of his own life force to treat my husband. But in the end, how were my methods any different? I risked one life to save another, and then you tried the poison on yourself too. It looks like both of us have ended up going the same way as our master before us. Are all disciples of Chenyu Vale destined to turn out this way? To live a short life, having given away our own for the sake of others? To fight relentlessly against the natural course of life and death, whatever the cost? Maybe our fate is sealed the moment we decide to study medicine.
That's a good idea there, Goblin. Maybe get like a cheap one at first and then go from there.
We are doctors, Jiangli. We ought never say that anyone's fate is sealed.
It's good anyways to have a vehicle. It sucks that we have to, but it really does help.
I can tell that, over the years, you've used the contract with Changshang to transfer many diseases and toxins to yourself. There are so
Or was
many.
that just blowing of the nose?
Some of them
That was
I
just
don't
blowing
even
up.
recognize.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Can you still stop before it's too late?
I think you know the answer, Jiangli. Every one of us from Chenyu Vale believes in the same thing.
Hey, food's ready!
Mom, come and join us. The Traveler taught me a load of new recipes and said even Dad will be able to taste them. Come and try them out.
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Hey, slow down. Baizhu, I know I won't be able to convince you, but please don't forget that if one day you're not around anymore, Chi-Chi, Gui, and all the friends who have grown fond of you, they will all miss you dearly.
Generally, when you pass away, your friends do miss you dearly. Doesn't matter if it's early, late, or
So something's
something
up
in
with this
between.
other kid I'm talking to.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There's
So
no need to worry, Jiangli.
Well, like his
I know
eyes
what I'm
don't
doing.
have irises like normal kid. Like
like his
if you're looking
soul
at my
is
screen right
missing.
now- yeah, and then his arms. I just realized his arms have markings on them, and so do his legs.
Markings. Oh, what's wrong with his arm?
Yes, see, I'm just sitting here doing a stupid little world quest, and I'm just like la da 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 da, and all of a sudden I look up and I'm like,
This kid's got like gangrene going on. Freaking arms are gonna fall off, so are his legs. Soon he's gonna be like just a torso. Which does exist, unfortunately, and I feel for those people, although most of them figure it out.
What did Jiangli mean by not around anymore? Are you gonna be okay? Every single mortal I've ever contracted with, including Baizhu and Zhengli's master, has passed away at a young age. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. You said that the contract with you helps people live longer.
It is a very long story.
Story time!
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge to rid the world of pain and suffering.
Ooh, that doctor almost kind of looks like Tainari a little bit.
Could not stay the tide of disease.
It's the same hairstyle
After
almost.
working tirelessly for many years,
While you're watching the end
even
credits,
his
like the ending.
dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told of an herb lord in Chenyu Vale who could cure any illness known to mankind. The doctor sought the herb lord, but found only a white snake, its breathing weak and its power all but spent.
Sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will
Schnooze.
harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient.
No, you didn't
his
tell me about that,
favorite
Matt.
disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives of others. And generation upon generation followed in these footsteps.
What did you get? Oh, Baiju's coughing.
Since I inherited
maybe not.
this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors and followed it myself
No, it's basically the first
unquestioningly.
question being asked.
That is until
Oh my
I
god.
tried to use the art to save my own disciples, beloved.
Just don't get too
She
deep
begged
into
me
it.
not to use up my own life force. She said that this art is a poison chalice, an evil and unnatural practice,
I feel like you
She
need
did
one
not
that says
wish
that
to
they have to
sacrifice
pay
one
you
life
in that.
for the sake of another, when both were lives she
It's
treasured.
tie too.
Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patients? What is this contract to us?
Oh, I do that too. I let
Medicine
them out.
or poison?
That's awesome, though.
Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Ah, okay, now I understand.
No matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi, I can never save them. And you? What's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojun. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Once again, it's the same answer. So be it. Close your eyes. Who knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
I mean, it's a sad story, but a good story.
On the host's natural temperament. All my hosts have been most pure of heart.
Apparently that's not Paimon. Paimon is not pure of heart. This is where I still maintain she might actually be the ultimate enemy.
But when one with an altruistic nature gains access to this art, they are more seduced than the average person by the miracle of overturning the laws of life and death. Though they know better than anyone else the fate that awaits them, when faced with the sorrows of humanity and the pain of losing their nearest and dearest, they cannot help but reach beyond human means.
A roast and toast coffee mug. Oh, that's kind of cool.
They are like moths that throw themselves into the flame,
I
seeking
haven't
a
gotten
glimmer
anything
of
new in a
hope
long
in
time.
a dark world filled with pain and suffering.
So, Baizhu, does that mean...
I suppose that would make me a moth that yearns for the light, but doesn't want to be burned to a crisp. Changsheng's art can transfer pain and suffering between people, but it cannot reduce the total amount of pain in the world. It's just like we witnessed. Either Jia Liang feared for Jiangli's life, or Jiangli grieved over Jia Liang's sacrifice. I have nothing but the utmost respect for my predecessors, who sacrificed their lives for their principles. But I do not wish to join their ranks, nor do I wish to pass on this contract to anyone else in the future.
Huh? But didn't you already transfer a ton of diseases onto yourself?
Kid, where the fuck did you get 2 million coupons?
What?
What?
What, the sick kid
The
got
angry
coupons?
kid just showed up with too many.
You can wake up properly. The kid's stealing them because he makes everybody feel really bad. Maybe they're too scared.
What makes a poison poison? And what makes a disease a disease? When it comes down to it, are not both mechanisms that affect the operations of the human body?
You can wake up properly. I don't know if that's going to wake you up per se. I feel like it will, and then you will, like, maybe?
If disease
Oh, there
is
goes
defined
Ruby.
as deviation
Ruby
from
gone.
normal functioning, then who knows?
I could
Perhaps the true elixir of immortality
No,
could
I
in
can't
fact
yet.
be a kind of poison.
You're just the middleman this time?
Yep. Now you're back.
Oh, Annie!
Many may view the notion of searching for immortality in poisons and illnesses as a flagrant violation of the natural order. But to me, it is no different from the way our ancestors tested the medicinal qualities of herbs by sampling each and every one. I don't want those who come after me to lose their lives to this contract. Nor do I wish for Chengsheng to perish from losing her host. This leaves only one solution, doesn't it? Precisely. I will be Chengsheng's final host, and the tradition of passing down the contract will end with me.
Even the gods of old struggle to achieve true immortality. First you want to save others, then you want to save yourself. Now you even want to save me.
Oh, okay, so it's not like it's big or anything. Okay, I mean, it depends on what it does for you.
But isn't wanting to have it all what makes us human?
I would not be able to wear glasses like his. He's got that dangly thing that would drive me nuts.
For a selfish moth like me, who's afraid of the flame yet yearns for the light, the only path forward is up towards the moon.
For once, Paimon just does not know what to say.
Dr. Baizhu, Traveler, what are you still chatting about? The food's about to get cold.
Well, the coffee needing to be a little bit weaker, isn't that just how you make the coffee?
We also have coconut milk.
Coconut milk?
And Paimon.
Cocoa milk?
Not cocoa milk.
Let's go grab some food.
Because that's
Paimon
not...
has a bunch of burning questions, but they can wait till after we've eaten.
That was the best thing ever.
Choco Coco? What was it? Choco Coco Goat?
Paimon sometimes.
I think that's what she's called it.
Feel is enough to satisfy her body and mind.
True. And yet, although we call them simple pleasures...
Oh, most coffee has that effect on a lot of people there, Goblin. It's not just the strength. You probably don't drink it a ton, right?
Precisely why we mortals cling desperately to the life we have?
Are his arms and legs falling off? I finished it.
No, he's a Haley churl.
So he was a fake kid?
Yeah.
So that's why his arms and legs were black?
Yeah, he's one of the new Hilly churls that I met in the regions the other day.
Okay, how much water does he add, Goblin? Because that's what matters. Maybe he just really likes coffee. I mean, I can't fault him for that. Alright, we finished Baizhu. I believe. I have to check. No? Yes? Yes. Baizhu is done. So now we have to go to the Grand Bazaar. He fills the pot. How many cups is the pot? Because I'll be able to tell you. Yeah, we'll go down nicely. Why not? Just enjoy the prettiness. Samaro City is really pretty. I would prefer the Gandharvaville though. Because it's little. 12. Dude, that's not... That's actually pretty... Well... No. He should be doing 3 normal scoops. Because it's like, for every scoop you get 2 parts of water. So no, it's a little bit much. This is the bazaar. No, this is not the bazaar. This is the academia. I need to get out of here. Are these doors? Ah, I'm stuck! I'm stuck inside the academia. I don't like it. It's scary. What's out that way? Is that where I came in?
This fucking asshole.
Who is it? My parents would love that coffee. Goblin. They drank coffee like this. I used to have to make them coffee. Because that's just the way they were. Did I ever talk to Catherine? I don't remember if I ever did.
Astra.
No, I didn't.
Thank you for completing.
Here is your reward. Thank you. Ooh, let's see. Do I have enough to make a thing? Doubt it, but you never know. We'll go this way. My parents drank really strong coffee. But I'm not a coffee drinker. Alright, I have to remember, how do I get into the bazaar? Down here. There we go. Oops. Yeah, I can't do that either. I have to put like cream and sugar in my coffee and it has to taste like ice cream. It still goes right through me. It usually gives me anxiety too. Unfortunately, it's too much for me. Don't be like them, he said. What we got? Oh, look, I can buy these random items that I don't need. Spice merchant? Yeah, let's see. What you got? Caramel macchiato. I like my chai latte. Or chai tea. I like chai tea too. That's a lot of money for that. I don't need that. Toy seller. Sniffles. Oh, that's cute. Mercenary. Porter. Well, this isn't helpful. Oh, there she is. There we go.
Does Liney have a tail too?
Does who?
Lenny?
Lynette's sister.
Only...
Brother.
No, so the gene is recessive and only Lynette got it.
Okay.
Oh, hey there, Traveler in Paimon. Are you here for some shopping too?
It's Nilu's story now.
Although there were a few hiccups here and
Spice,
there,
probably.
the Sub-Zerus festival turned out to be a grand success. And so, the theater wants to host a celebration event. Do you two want to come? It'll be a really fun time. It's something like a tradition of ours. Whenever we wrap an important performance, we'll get together and unwind. Rehearsals are exhausting. If you keep your nose to the grindstone, you're going to wipe yourself out sooner or later. Mr. Zubair, our manager, always says that celebrations aren't just for fun, but that they should also be occasions for reflection and review. But no one remembers that once the celebration starts. It's not like he can't also have some fun himself.
We've been to a lot of festivals during our adventures.
A lot of the merchants are like that in this game.
Will your celebration also have lots of yummy food and drinks?
Of course. We always do lots of eating, toasting, and gift exchanging. We try really hard to show our appreciation for everyone.
Ah, so we'll need to bring a present.
Good lord, your eyes are weird, Miss Archon.
Hey! I'm gonna put you in a box first!
I I just told Paimon I'm gonna put her in a box and give her away as a present. She got really, really mad.
It's fine. No need to stress, Paimon. You can come, present or not. The gift exchange is just to make the celebration more entertaining.
Not much of a nose left. Exactly. Yeah, that's true though.
You two being there would be the best gift of all. It'll also be a good time to introduce you to the rest of the theater.
Is something up?
Yeah. But for now, it's more important for her to rest and recover.
What
I
is
tried to
wrong
visit
with
her,
your
but I
eyelashes?
got turned away at the door. The people there wouldn't listen to a single word I said.
It's because they're rich people and they suck.
All I could do was to leave a letter encouraging her to get some rest and keep her spirits up. She'll be better soon. And then we can celebrate together at the theater.
It's all thanks to you and Nilu that we managed to save Dunyarzad.
You're way too modest. Just now, I actually felt really self-conscious when Paimon talked about us in the same breath. Compared to you, I really didn't do much at all.
She did a lot.
Anyway, all that aside, are you thinking about coming to our event?
Paimon thinks it'll be a great time. What do you think, Traveler?
Alright, then let's head to the theater. Wait, I completely forgot about this pile of stuff.
Whoa, did you buy all of this, Nilu?
Just one box. The rest were given to me. I really don't know how it came to this much.
How did she forget about it? It's a huge stack right next to her.
That's way too many freebies. Many vendors give out samples for free, but Paimon's never seen this much.
All I know is that whenever I start chatting with people, my hands would get more and more full until I can't hold everything
I
anymore.
found a
This seems to
grindstone
happen
mounted
every time.
in the basement in this house we're putting a new roof on. Why? That seems a little wrong. That's weird. A grindstone. Huh.
I was planning on making a few trips to
Doesn't sound safe.
before continuing on with my shopping, but I don't think I'll have the time.
Oh god.
So this isn't even all of it?
Wow, so she just goes out, she talks to people, and they just give her stuff. And then she's all confused because she has all this stuff.
Are you sure?
We'll just help them put it
Carrying
away.
stuff is a piece of cake for her, right, Traveler?
Yeah, Paimon deserves that dirty look.
I'm so sorry to trouble you like this.
Hmm.
I meant to invite you to our celebration, but now you're helping me instead.
Well, I think it's not just taboo, but it's like... It's just not structurally sound. That is weird. I've seen weirder, worse things, but that's pretty bad.
So we can get back to the theater.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's some issues. To the wise. Collect the purchased goods. Alright. We have to go to that guy.
Oh, well if it isn't Nilu.
Greetings, Mr. Jute. Do you still have any food that's ready to go?
Of course I do. I've heard that Zubair Theater is hosting a celebration event, so I've reserved some food for you in advance. Although, it looks like you're gonna need 2 more portions.
Please allow me to introduce them. This is the Traveler, a very experienced adventurer. And this is Paimon, her super reliable guide and helper.
I feel like they should have just put it in as the Traveler, because whenever there's a cutscene, the character's name becomes what their actual name is.
No, Paimon is... hold on. She got it completely right. Look, Traveler, she introduced Paimon correctly!
Truly a rare occurrence.
Don't
That's true. You
underestimate
can't really
Milu.
argue that.
She always remembers every last little detail about everyone, even if it
Understand.
sounds completely trivial.
Yeah, but that is so not right, Goblin. Like, no. Why? It makes no sense. Oh, they should have never done that. Like, that's like not to code. That's why it's so bad. I know, it's not your fault and has nothing to do with it, but still. I know what they were thinking, but
She's also very brave. Just a little while ago, she saved my precious spices from the jaws of a sumpter beast.
Look at that, see? Right? I can't believe that, like, did the other guys say anything about it, Goblin? That's so weird.
Don't think anything of it. I just help out when I can because everyone else takes such good care of me. Anyway, sorry to get off topic. We're in a bit of a hurry. Mr. Jute, did you say you didn't reserve enough food?
I was joking. Anyone who runs a business knows to keep some extra stock. After all, orders get changed all the time. Oh, that reminds me. It seems that these friends of yours aren't from here. Have they ever tried any delicious tachin?
No.
Oh, what a fantastic idea! Mr. Jute, did you bake a batch recently? Tachin is a mixture of rice and meat that's baked into a cake-like shape. Mr. Jute adds special spices into his. Its aroma is just so wonderfully delicious. If you ever see kids crowding all around Mr. Jute's place, you know he's baking up a storm.
But is it really just for the kids? Don't you often follow them in too?
I just can't help myself.
We're 2 peas in a pod.
Oh, there goes Megan. Look at this. They're taking turns tonight.
Wait here. I'll bring some over.
Oh, she's back.
Is she?
Whoa.
I can't hear her.
What a dish! It's sweet and sour and full of deliciousness! Paimon can't eat it fast enough!
No matter
I have no
how
idea
many
what the fuck
times
I
I
have to
eat
do.
it, it's still so delicious.
I wouldn't have offered it as a treat if I wasn't confident in the taste.
Why is it there? Who left it? How did they get it down here? Oh, yeah, because they can't take it down. That's the problem, right? It's a support beam. This just seems like a lot of effort for nothing.
I baked a lot just now, and it's all packaged and ready for you to take back.
Should
to the
take
theater.
pictures of it, though. Because it's so weird. If you ever get to see it again.
Is it really okay to take them all?
It was nothing. Making 1 serving or 100 servings is all the same to me. If anything, I should be thanking you for helping me clear my inventory. Don't worry about it. What kind of person would I be if I made you pay for a treat? Make sure you got everything. Feel free to come back anytime.
He just gave her free food. Nilo has a superpower. I kind of want that superpower.
I understand how you got so many things.
Yeah. Everyone has their own way with words. And it's really hard to say no. Let's...
Nilu, good timing. I have the textiles you ordered. If you took any longer, the sumpter beasts might have gobbled them up.
You and your jokes. Sumpter beasts won't eat those kinds of things, Mr. Offsheen.
Jute said that some sumpter beasts ate his spices. Were they yours?
Oh, yeah, really sorry about that. Nilu, if it weren't for you, I would have lost half of my profits that month.
Trying to pull anything out of a sumpter beast's mouth is like playing a game of tug-of-war.
So they really do eat anything, huh?
The one thing Paimon has in common with sumpter beasts. That will be my choice.
What's that supposed to mean?
I love making her mad.
Come now. You know, Sumpter bees sometimes eat not because they're hungry, but because they like gnawing on things. The textiles you ordered are highly durable and woven from the finest thread. So even if a Sumpter beast got snacky, it'd still have to chomp on it for a full day.
You've tested this before?
But of course! How else could I be so trustworthy? Well, that one time was an accident.
You started off really strong and then kind
I
of...
wouldn't dare experiment with such a precious product.
True. It does sound like some good fabric.
Now, if I understand it right, Sumeru is basically like the Near East. So, yeah, fabric would be super important.
Ho ho! Have I piqued your interest?
A mix of like the
If you
Near
want to
East
buy
and like
some, now's a good time.
places
Buy
like
2
India,
bolts and get 20%
which is
off.
not quite the Near East. And there he goes. Yep, that's exactly the way it goes.
Ooh, that's a pretty good discount. What do you think, Traveler?
Do I get to pick a funny response?
No thanks, Mr. Offsheen. You can't use that kind of tactic on her. Look, you've already sucked her in.
Tactic? So you mean everything he just said to Paimon was a lie?
I wouldn't go that far. It's just that Mr. Offsheen is really good at spinning stories. A word from him, and you'll find yourself buying things you don't actually need.
That's what it's like when I was in the Near East.
Mr. Zubair gave me a huge lecture the last time I bought too many things.
Come on, don't look at me like that. All she got was a talking to from Zubair, while I was nearly fed head first to the Sumpter beasts. My philosophy is that stories give value to merchandise. That's why my business started with such a boom.
It's not a cool superpower. You're right, it does suck. I have it too. It's hard. Having empathy. Being able to feel other people's emotions and feelings. It's hard. It's a hard life. But you know what? It's better because we can understand. If you didn't have it, you wouldn't be as good a person as you are.
Our Nilu here is an extraordinary.
Which is actually true.
Back then, she believed anything I said. After a while, I began to feel guilty selling things to her because of how happy she looked. Though she enjoyed the stories and I the Mora, I knew she didn't need to buy that much. Anyway, since then, I've come to realize 2 things. 1, that stories should just be a means instead of an end. And 2, that there's more to business than just selling goods.
Well, yeah, for a lot of people who do have it, I'd say yeah. I agree. Yeah. That's a good way to look at it.
It's okay. We're all friends now. There's no need to dig up the past.
Speaking of empathy, when I was like, what was I? 14, I think, when my mom was pregnant with my sister. So I remember this very clearly. And I'm pretty, like, if I know somebody well enough and I'm close enough with them, like, the empathy thing is, like, ridiculous. And I kid you not, like, I was puking all over the place for no reason. I was very confused. My mom thought it was great because she thought it was like she transferred the morning sickness to me. And I was like, I'm a 14-year-old kid. Leave me alone. But yeah, every time. It was really annoying. Or like I would get like a weird feeling where I'd be like, oh, I really want to eat this thing. And she's like, I was just thinking that. And I was like, no. Go away. It went away eventually as things went on. But for the first little bit, it was funny.
That reminds me. Some of the goods from my latest shipment aren't in the best condition.
Actually, you can tell who has it.
Oh?
Megan?
Megan?
By if you make a sniffling noise and you go, and if somebody else does it again, then you know that they are paying attention. I think she realized that I can't hear her.
I
I
guess.
couldn't hear anybody actually.
Oh.
I heard your voices in the stream chat and I'm like, but I was in the middle of a story quest. So
They're
I'm
fine
sorry.
for general
I didn't
use,
reset
but
it until
my
after
customers have
Mm.
high
chat was
standards,
done.
and I don't have the time or resources to find new buyers right now.
It's been almost like 10 or 15
Nilu,
minutes
why don't
or
you
so, I
take them?
think.
Wow, he's giving her more free stuff.
Huh?
Who's getting free stuff?
No,
Nilu.
I can't do that.
Just think of it as a favor for me, alright? The theater can use them for props and whatnot. It costs me Mora to store or ship, so I'm just losing money every day continuing to hold on to them.
Even so, let me buy them at market value.
Nah, these goods are hard movers. Besides, if I let you pay, wouldn't it mean that I'm just using stories to sell my goods again? Just take them. If you really feel that bad about it, give me some theater tickets later.
That's fair.
Oh, yeah, you should also take some while you're at it. Adventurers are always in need of materials, right?
Where's this guy in my life? I could use some material. Please sell me some textiles. I'll be happy. I'll figure out something to do with them.
Hurry and take it. Just looking at it all is giving me a headache.
Like, cosplay, here I come. The only reason why I can't do it right now is because I'm not able to buy any.
Holding on to that much stuff?
Yeah, it's so heavy.
Why don't you lend a hand? She must be tired.
If Paimon were to refuse, would you then think less of Paimon than even a sumpter beast?
Oh my god, Paimon, that's so mean. We're gonna buy toys now?
Farhad here was snooping around your props.
Farhad.
Please, I was only looking at them to get a better idea of what your new show may be about.
Okay, man with the hair. Man, this guy's got amazing hair.
Wouldn't spoiling
Aha,
yourself
the
just
trial is a
ruin
trial
all the
again.
fun?
It's very luscious.
Yeah, please wait for our official performance.
These two look familiar. I think I've seen them before.
But why do you look so angry?
Ah, weren't they at the Sub-Zerus festival?
Yes, but why do you look like you suspect me?
Yeah, and they're coming to today's celebration too.
Oh, the more folks the merrier. I was actually just talking to Farhad about also stopping by tonight.
Oh yes, please do. I'm sure Miss Raykar and Miss Nadja would also love to have a chat with the two of you.
Is she playing like... Is she trying to set them
We
up?
even prepared a small gift. Let me show it to you. Ta-da! It's a flower wreath.
Where?
I really think we should wear some of these to give the event a more celebratory feel.
Where is it? That's not a flower wreath. That's part of your clothes.
Wow, it's beautiful. Did you make it?
Oh, it's on his head.
Farhad did most of the work. What a surprise, huh? He actually knows a lot about crafts.
That is pretty surprising.
They are pretty.
Hey, why can't I have a little side hobby? I worked really hard on that.
Now my thought of this big muscly man might be different.
I know. I watched you make it. I wasn't making fun of you.
Maybe they don't need to meet the two ladies. Maybe they just need to spend some time together.
All right. Why don't you also try some on? We've got some wreaths in your size.
Although they do look kind of fun. I'm not sure about the leaves going backwards like that, but it's still cute.
They're so pretty! Is there one that Paimon can wear?
No. You won't carry things.
Unfortunately, we already gave out all the child-sized ones. I wasn't expecting the theater to invite such a fascinating guest.
Oh, Bimo said he's on his way back home. So he's been... Yeah, he was getting glasses. Because his glasses were so scratched he can't see through them. And I guess his prescription changed because it's been forever?
Fascinating.
It's supposed to do it every 2 years.
That sounds kind of weird, but Paimon will let it slide.
Oh, you all sure got a lot of stuff there. Let me help you carry some. I'm a porter by trade, so this is what I'm best at.
Look at that. I don't even have to carry everything.
That'd be great! Please and thank you.
Aren't you going to help out?
But we have a pro now.
Huh. She's so lazy.
Thanks for the help, Mr. Farhad. But let me make one thing clear first. Don't try to ask about what's in the new show.
That's right.
Otherwise, I may not be able to hold back Mr. Zubair this time.
You okay there, Frieza?
You're so obvious that even Nilu saw right through you.
Okay.
Yeah, he was being a sneaky butt.
Shut it.
Oh, you.
Fine. It's not like I want to get on his bad side either.
Baiju's reached level 10. He is no longer welcome in my teapot for now.
Kick him out.
Including
I'm
Hushan's
going.
things, though. We'll each need
You
to
know who
carry
would
a
be
box
great to
if we want
replace
to
him?
move everything in
Vividette.
one trip. Even my strength has its limits.
Work harder. And those primal Jasmine.
Paimon looks like she doesn't want to,
I'm
so I'll
fucking
carry a
trying.
little extra. Although I may not appear super strong at
Baizhu,
first
you're
glance,
leaving
I
temporarily.
actually
You'll
do
maybe
a lot
back
of
in the
strength
future.
training on the regular. Strength and balance are both really important for a
I
dancer.
don't know yet.
That is true.
Level 10 friendship. And I'm so sad.
I think the only reason
Kazuha.
I want
Got-
Kazuha.
He got booted from my commission team.
He got booted a long time ago for me.
Oh my god, Paimon.
Are you okay, Paimon?
All my tall boys are fully leveled.
But Paimon now understands when
Except
people say
Kave,
there's no
but he's
such thing
like,
as a...
I don't.
I interrupted her for her
Sure was
whining.
a lot of stuff. Oh,
I guess
looking
Boru.
forward to the event later.
There we go.
Thank you, Mr. Farhad.
Thank you, Sumter
I don't
Man.
think Boru's level 10 yet.
Paimon's definitely going
No, he's
to
only
eat
level
it all
1.
back
Alright, Goru,
later.
welcome.
I wonder if Paimon's like a bird. Her bones are hollow, and that's why she can't carry stuff.
All right, I'll leave you all to it.
She has no strength, nothing, no density. She's like a floating, poofy cloud.
Oh, should I go sit in Nuvilet's chair in his office or in the courthouse?
Office.
Alright.
Good
it's
thing
easier
we
to
had
get to.
Mr. Farhad with us, or else that would have taken way longer.
I don't need to fucking climb. Alright, let's go.
Of course! Because everyone's working here together. We're all like neighbors, so we're always helping each other out. It's easy to forget that everyone's running a business.
With this many freebies being thrown at you, you probably don't need to work.
I wish I could have like
I
Nilo's
felt so
life,
guilty at
just,
first.
you know.
Like I always owed someone something. I was always
First,
thinking of ways to
We'll do
repay
the blue
others.
wish.
Later on, I realized
Ooh,
that
it's a
it's
purple.
actually like what Mr.
Ooh.
Ocean said.
What'd you get?
It's
Taking your
Barbara!
hobbies,
Woo!
That's a
helping
free
everyone out,
wish.
and saving
Oh.
more money. When you order the wrong
Oh,
item,
my barber's
or
been
make too
C6
much
for
of
a
something,
while.
So's mine.
sometimes the best way to maximize the
Yeah.
value of those goods is to
Alright,
give them away.
so that's 2 wishes now.
That's why there's no need to stress
Come on,
over the
come on,
freebies.
come on, come on.
All of us
Fuck.
repay others by
Oh,
helping them
Blue
with
thing.
Oh,
Yep.
that actually makes
Okay.
a lot of sense.
This has become our norm, and no one keeps track of the back and forth anymore. So really, don't worry about it. Alright, I have to bring all this to Mr. Zubair and do a little bit of prep.
Fuck.
Feel free to hang out here for a bit. It'd be nice if you could also get to know some
No
other
dice.
people at the theater. Nope. Mr. Zubair's really on top of everything. You
So
two
that
are
puts
our
me
guests.
at...
So please, just relax and look forward to the celebration.
Wow, the atmosphere here is so nice.
25,
Let's take a
26,
break and
27
immerse
pity.
ourselves in this warmth.
60
Hey
more to go.
there. I saw you two helping Lulu move.
What
some
is
stuff.
going on? What did you get? Did you get Dea?
I'm only at 26 fucking pity for him.
Cause she pulled Dea. She got a gold glow, and she's like, yeah, oh.
And then scared the bejesus out of Goku. Megan was there for the whole thing from start to fucking
Oh,
finish. It was
for
great.
Dea. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
'Cause,
just
I got
crying.
excited for her too. I'm like, holy shit, you did not just pull New Zealand. Oh.
Nope, I pulled Aldea. So that makes I'm still only missing one blue banner 5-star now.
Nice.
And that's my chichi.
Yeah, you're cute. Oh well.
I'm just sending a message
Apparently
here.
she's like the worst 5-star.
Oh, hi Goku. All right.
Are you two also here for the celebration event?
You got
My name
Hey,
is
you guys are
Raykar.
gonna lose me temporarily.
Nadia and I are this theater's prop engineers.
Whatever will I
Also
do
help out
when
with
she
some other tasks
disappears?
like housekeeping.
I don't know who it is. She just left, so therefore I don't know who it is anymore.
Yeah. What did I miss?
Megan goes, "Who left?" I was like, "I don't know." I was being a dork. You know, the whole can't see you, don't know who you are when you're on.
The little ones causing a ruckus are my children, Soreen and Abi. I hope they aren't bothering you.
No, they're just playing.
They always get really excited every time we hold celebration
Well, that
event.
was a less depressing story, by the way.
Yes, they are. Everyone here
Despite
feels
the kid
very
that looks
very
like he's
happy.
falling apart.
No, he turned back into a kid.
Oh.
So we're good now.
So you're good.
I'm still on my PS5. I can't charge my controller yet.
There's good work here, the pay's always on time, and Nilu and the others will often volunteer to play with the kids. I'm quite content with this current way of life.
Do you mean your life wasn't nearly as good before?
Come on.
It's all right. It's all
I agree.
water under the bridge now.
I'm sitting
My husband and I were both adventurers, but he passed away from an
I forgot I
accident.
put teriyaki in like 3 hours ago.
Material struggles can always be
Slow cooker,
overcome,
and I
but
forgot
ever since then,
And I
feel like it
I haven't been able to spend much of my energy on anything else.
Is it okay?
But I
Oh, yeah.
still consider myself lucky.
It needs to cook
Mr.
until
Zubair has
for
helped me a
another hour.
lot, and the atmosphere here is tolerant and kind.
Sorry for bringing up such sad memories.
Goku, come here.
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind.
Here.
Once the
No,
event
I'm gonna
starts,
loaf
you'll
right
be
in
able to
front of the
see for
door.
yourself the kind of atmosphere I was talking about.
We're always very loud. Who's this person?
Ah, a newcomer.
Kasani. Oh my goodness, you sound very uppity.
Doesn't look too bright.
Don't do that!
Talk about judging a book by its cover.
You, on the other hand, you're a special one.
Goku, if you want treats,
How
you
would
know
you
what you have
describe
to do,
the
my friend.
concept of art?
Art?
Mere curiosity is all. It makes no difference whether
That
you
needs to
answer or
cook
not.
until 11:30 when I go to bed.
Tangible mess. Okay.
Now?
Manifestation of human sentiments? No. Of our aesthetic ideals? I mean, that would be my answer.
So that's what you think,
Technically.
Unremarkable. Better than an average person's thoughts, but nothing exceptional.
Well,
is art a product that we create and bring forth?
This
Or
guy.
is it a naturally existing resource?
Or a chiropractor? Goblin, go see a chiropractor. Don't go to a massage person. Go to a chiropractor. Because they basically will put things where it needs to be. Because that sounds like that's what you need. They may not be able, like a regular masseuse may not be able to deal with what you got.
I, for one, believe it to be the latter.
Paimon doesn't follow.
Okay, so this guy is trying to argue that art is like our ideals of aesthetics. Yes, but it's also no. Yeah, I think or acupuncture, you could try that too.
I've been staying here for a long time. On occasion,
Goblin,
I'd assist
I was
them in
suggesting
penning
it.
lines of dialogue.
Because he said he's got a lot of
But
like
most of my
nerve
time,
pain.
I just stand back and watch.
Yeah.
I prefer to abstain
Goblin
from writing
is not
as it
that
spoils
much.
the
He's
viewing
younger than
experience.
me. I know that. And he's had a lot of injuries, and so like he gets like a lot of nerve pain.
The existence of the theater, of Nilu, and of humanity itself. All of these can be considered as forms of art. It is not some intangible construct beyond the horizon.
It's not some intangible construct. That's not true. That's not true at all, Goblin. That's not how they work.
How does that have anything to do with us?
Sarah, you turned off your stream?
Yeah, I'm all done.
Oh.
Let me ask
I
you
did my
this.
2 stories.
What do you think is the
I'm gonna
meaning
do some
of
writing
art?
before bed. Chill with you two.
Okay. Let me ask you, what do you think is the meaning of art?
I suppose that question was a little too
Speaking of
difficult
art,
for
I was
you.
gonna draw today and I didn't.
To chance upon a spark of
I'll draw tomorrow
inspiration.
after my math.
I have been
I have to
closely
do my test
observing you,
tomorrow and I'll
the
draw
players on the
afterwards.
stage, and those watching in the audience.
I'm trying to
is
decide
already
between
all
drawing
around us.
Astarion or Neuvillette.
Man, this guy.
Neuvillette.
Nervalette? You talking about Nervalette? Nervalette? That's what we're gonna start calling him.
As a couple.
No.
Why not?
What?
You can have Asterion munching on Neuvillette's neck or something.
Wow. It just went there. And Dirty Minds are back. Apparently they didn't. No one didn't.
Yeah, alright.
I've been reading a story in between all of this, so we're fine.
Sorry for my
Oh, that hair's gonna be a
overreaction.
bitch to draw.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
just making a prop. No time for chit chat.
Let me look
Is
at
that
his picture
embroidery?
Cool.
No. Well,
what the heck?
yes, but not really. It's a prop.
I can't wait till you both know who he is, because it's like,
some
he's such an
fabric.
interesting
An
character.
ordinary piece of fabric that we use in a show.
I'm nowhere near there.
Sorry.
I'm slowly
I
doing
really do
my
need to focus and start working on it.
How was, did you finish the one Archon quest? The,
What? An
Like I just started the
something
Fontaine.
to be that
okay, so you did the Kaya quest and the Dainslift quest.
Yeah, where I was like, apparently my sister, or in your cases.
Wasn't that fucking like that just fucking like
Spoilers.
left me asking more questions and
No, I kind of see it because I feel like they share senses every once in a while, and they've hinted at that in past quests. So
I
it
just
is kind of weird
it's
for him
none
to
of our
experience her
business.
memories of like thousands of years ago.
I don't know if you've seen in the meme of Tuxedo Mask where like he's like, my job is done here, and Sailor Moon's like, I didn't do anything, and then he just leaves. That was Dainslift in that quest.
I like how.
Yeah, pretty much.
What are they doing
That's
here?
hilarious. Okay, where's my best picture of Neuvillette?
Suddenly, Sino and Alhaitham just randomly showed up in the middle of my quest.
Alhaitham? Yeah. He just comes.
Oh, by the way, that Zhongli picture you sent me is now the background of my phone.
All right, everyone is here.
Oh, this is funny. We switched from one quest to the next one.
How did everything go? Any luck with your mission?
We're prepping for a celebration, and then we're doing a story mission.
Let's report back one by one. I'll start first.
That's because
We've made the necessary modifications to the Akasha terminal. In addition, the props required
Nilu
are
is
also
locked
ready.
in the story quest you're currently doing. So if you are doing Nilu's story quest, but then she's locked in the Archon quest, they'll finish the Archon quest first.
I'll go next. The
His
Traveler
hair
and I went to
is-
Party's DI. The situation was
I
a
want
bit
to know,
complicated,
because I know who he
but we
is, I
found
think I know
Tainari.
what the blue stuff in his hair
Unfortunately,
is.
he was wounded during a fight.
Who is
And it's
behind it?
Mmm.
Well, that's the
No,
tough
not
part.
the feather. Like there's
What
in
should
the
I
back
say,
of his head, he
Traveler?
has two blue
The Fatui
lines.
or the Balladeer?
Yeah, I think I know what those are.
Wow. He was not happy that Tainari got hurt.
After some back and forth, we confirmed that the
Sino.
doctor has left Sumeru by boat. He has something urgent to attend to back in
It's
Snezhnaya.
his boyfriend.
It's just not implied necessarily yet. Not strong enough.
So, we've successfully removed the doctor from
I
the
am
picture.
reading between the lines.
Also,
I'd be the
Tainari's
same way
already
if one of you got
He'll be
hurt.
okay.
Doesn't mean I want to jump into bed with any of you. No offense, but no.
Fair.
Yeah, no, I don't know. No.
Zachary.
Now, Dea and Candace.
Goku, come here.
That seemed a little different.
Come here.
Good.
Did you eat the rest of my peanut butter chips, you fucker?
That is not the way to talk to your husband, lady.
What? Sure it is.
Is he gonna die?
Open and honest.
I was supposed to make fucking brownies for next weekend.
Guess that's coming out of his paycheck.
Oh, Tainari also asked
Good
us
news
to
is I
tell
have
you this message.
to Zare's to order
Trust
another
your
cake,
own
so I guess I'll pick
senses
up
and
fucking chips.
experiences.
All right. I'll remember that.
I make them every year for Thanksgiving.
Everything also
They're
went
peanut butter
smoothly on my
truffles.
side. The Eremites should have arrived at their destination by now.
For Christmas, I make brownies, and then... Oh, no, sorry. For Thanksgiving, I make brownies, and then for Christmas, I make
To
balls.
avoid alerting the quarry.
I'll have to do those
they will
peanut
stay
butter
away.
M&M balls that I make. I didn't make them last year. And cookies.
I can't believe
I wish I
you
could
actually
give you some
got
of the
so
stuff I
many
make, Annie,
Eremites
but
in the
everything I make
Sumeru
you can't
City.
eat.
Yeah, it's too much work anyway.
Technically, I could give you my Oreo balls. I'd just have to make them with the gluten-free Oreos.
Yeah, but those are like $10 a package right now.
Those are the truffle ones, right?
It's all
My
thanks
Oreo
to
balls?
Rahman and his brave
Yeah,
team.
you just crush Oreos
as well as their
and
bold
mix 'em with cream
strategy.
cheese and dip 'em in
And then,
chocolate.
yeah!
Yeah, I make those too. They're amazing.
It appears to have been very effective.
Yeah, it's just that Oreos are very expensive now, and they got rid of the off-brand ones.
They don't have gluten-free ones?
Remember we used to use those, like, Glutino ones that taste better? Because they had, like, the true dark chocolate cookie.
Well,
sure.
Is that
You don't
everything?
remember? Or the K2s?
Okay,
Those were really
this
good,
meeting
too.
is adjourned.
I mean, if you're mixing
Wait,
them in
you
with
mean
stuff,
that's it?
I don't think it'd be too bad.
No, it's just so expensive. They're like $10 a package
What
now.
else is there to discuss?
Shouldn't you end with some words of encouragement? You know, to fire us up now?
Personally, I'd rather we all go home and get some rest.
Considering that the protein, the only protein I could buy for this week was this big. Which was really sad.
I got up to go make chocolate milk, and then I got distracted by the fact that Zach ate all my peanut butter chips. I didn't make chocolate milk.
So what did you do? You just walked right back?
I came in, I picked up a cat, I fed the cat, I yelled at Zach for eating my chips, and then I went back and sat down.
I think I now understand my parents when they fight. Because it always didn't make any sense to me. Because my mom would get mad at my dad, and my dad would be so confused. Because it's just out of nowhere. Poor Zach. Like, literally, you got up... basically, she got up just to yell at him. And then went back and sat down.
7 years, okay?
7 years! Poor guy. What happened the first time you did something like that? He probably was like, what the fuck? What just happened?
Yeah, basically, he just looked at me like, what the fuck? But he understood that I have ADHD, and he just moved on with his life.
Admittedly, I'm the kind of person who walks into a room, opens the fridge, looks at what's in the fridge, closes the fridge, and walks away, and people are very confused by that, but...
So this morning, or last night, before when I was getting ready for bed, I picked up my phone to check the weather, to see what the weather was going to be like today, so I could dress appropriately. Opened TikTok, saw I had a message on TikTok. Opened Snapchat, saw I had a message on Snapchat. Put my phone down, turned back, and like, what do I need to wear tomorrow? And like, I need to know the weather. And then picked up my phone again, saw Megan sent me a picture, looked at the picture, put the phone back down, and tried to pick out my outfit. It took 3 times to check the actual weather.
I have other things that I do that are just as equally bad, but unfortunately not. It's the location and how long it takes me to realize that I've probably been there too long.
And then the best is when I'm going to
And
bed
if
at
you
night,
wanted
I'll be
someone
like,
to
"Good
say
night,
something
love."
to
And he's
that
like, "Good
effect,
night," and
then
then
I
I'll
must
walk around,
reiterate that I'm here
grab
to
a few things, and
strategize
then I'll go
and
back to
not to
Zach. Good
lead.
night. He's like, "Good night." And I'll walk around. I used to do it with my mom. My mom would sit there and like count how many times I say good night before I actually went to bed.
I mean, I do it to birds too. I tell them good night at least 4 or 5 times before I go to sleep. I think my favorite was I was thinking about something and my boss came in, and you know, like this is a symptom. This is a real symptom. Where you mean to say something, but your brain is still thinking about something else. And so she says hello to me because she just came in, and I said good night to her. And she just kind of stood there and she's like, "Are you okay? Do you need to be here? Like, do you need to go home? Like, are you sick?" No, I just, you got me off guard. My brain didn't switch. Medication did not kick in yet.
My thing that I try to do, and I'm really bad with it, is
So you should find someone more suitable to do that.
So, like, when Zach's having a conversation, I'm trying my very best to pay attention to the situation, but in my head, I'm trying not to forget what I want to say, so I'm sitting there, like, just bouncing in my chair, waiting not to, like, burst into the conversation, trying to put what I want to say, but also trying to remember what he's saying.
Yep. See, yeah, Goblin said that happens to him too. Like, I have a hard time with that because my mind goes really quick. I remember one time that the professor was talking to another student and he didn't handle it well. That was the thing. Like, that was kind of unfortunate. But where they were talking about something to do with the lab, so it was kind of sort of related, at least in my mind. And all of a sudden, I just had to blurt out in the middle of the conversation, "Why is that chair over there? Where did it come from?" Which, to me, connected to the changes we were going to do to the lab. Like, where's that crappy chair from? And he just kind of looked at me and he was just like, "We are not even close to talking about that. Where did that come from?" And I was like, left field. I don't know. It's just there. I don't care. Oh, I lost Megan again.
But I thought all of you academia big shots were great speakers.
You're still here. Yeah, I'm not very good with all my thoughts being in order.
Then I should remind you that I'm the scribe.
I talk to myself too. It's the only way I can get through my day. My coworkers sometimes think it's weird, but it's the only way I can keep all my tasks in order.
I know that. So what?
Oh, they're arguing.
The scribe is responsible for recording meetings, not speaking.
Well, Heathen never wants to be at the front.
Fine, whatever. Well, Cyno doesn't seem to be much of a talker either. I guess that leaves it to my employer.
Oh? At the sale, if I lived in Jacksonville, Winchester, I answered once and asked again. Oh, yeah, yep. Yep, when I worked multiple jobs, I kept accidentally answering the phone as the other jobs. And actually, last week, I almost accidentally answered the phone as an old job that I haven't done in a while. And I was like, where did that come from?
Employer?
Yep, the Traveler hired me. That's right. So come on, boss. What do you have to say for
So
the
yeah,
team?
Dea definitely... I think she's on the girl team side.
Yeah! Say something to boost morale!
Huh? What are you all doing here?
Oh, it's Nilu!
Her fancy shoes.
Hey, everyone. I'm not disturbing you, am I?
Not at all. I was actually just about to go find you.
Judging from the group and all your serious faces, you were discussing something important, weren't you? But you also look like you're up to no good. Seems pretty interesting.
Welcome, Nilu. Would you like to join us?
Yeah, join the rabble rousers. You're getting ready for bed soon. Yeah, it's coming up. For me too. I don't want to, but I have to soon too.
You mean...
Not yet.
You also want to discuss something important with me?
Oh, I think Nilu kind of likes Alhaitham.
Yes. Something very important.
Well, he turns around and he goes, I have something to discuss with you. She's like, you do?
Nilu, are there any breaks in your performance schedule in the upcoming days?
Huh? Wait, you're seriously inviting me?
Now it's just straight to business. The text went so fast.
I can't believe my ears. You are truly the bravest and most passionate people of Sumeru, well, that I've ever met.
Yeah, see, she's only talking to Alhaitham. It's bothering Paimon now.
Oh, right. The Traveler and Paimon are not from Sumeru, but you are awesome as well.
That's right.
I must admit that I'm a little scared, but I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali. If I can somehow use my abilities to help you, then count me in.
Remember, believe in yourself.
Okay. I'll get my friends at the Grand Bazaar to help us tomorrow.
Just remember not to say too much. Be discreet.
Yep, you got it.
All the preparations are done. Now, can we finally conclude this meeting?
So, have you thought up what you'd like to say, boss?
Yep. It's a grand plan and we're all super...
I don't know why you get two choices to pick when they're kind of like the same thing. Like they're just two halves of the same statement.
Well said. A good night's rest before an operation can be the difference between success and failure.
Thankfully, I've had my place to myself recently. It's been nice and quiet.
Oh, apparently he kicked Kabe out of his home. Because apparently he's had it to himself recently. It's been nice and quiet. I guess when he's not around, it's noisy and chaotic.
That's what happens when you fucking angry fuck.
I don't know anything about that because I still have yet to meet Kabe.
Yeah, you don't meet him till the very end of the Archon quest.
Right.
Like, very end.
Nothing.
Okay, so now Dea's like, what? And he's like, like, it's not important.
Let's all go home and
Interesting.
get a good night's sleep so we can be up early tomorrow.
Dea's gonna go drink at the bar.
Okay. So I guess that means it's time to say goodnight now.
Yep. Good night, everyone.
There's a character I haven't met yet, and everybody thinks that that character and the big tall guy have a thing going on. So it's like how Destiny is very gay.
Right, Megan?
What?
It's the same thing in Genshin.
Yeah?
They are an item.
Oh my god, I have such a nice picture of the two of them, but it's lost in my folders now.
Oh!
Well,
Rude!
what's with the...
You didn't share it with me?
Might have.
You missed it yesterday. Who did what in my cup? Nobody did anything in my cup. You missed yesterday. Yesterday was great because Philly was here and they were passing pictures back and forth of guys from this game. It was great. It was brilliant. It was enjoyable. You and Ruby.
Oh, yes.
Remains constant over the centuries.
Okay, hold on. Let me see
But
if it's
human
in my
life is like the
Pinterest
dew
saves
at
here.
dawn, or a bubble
Oh,
rising
you're still
through
on
water.
John Lee Pinterest.
Transitory.
Oh, look, I can finish the
There's
Nilo
no
thing.
way. There's no... No, this can't... I'm going through, because for my story, I'm trying to match up my Genshin story. I'm trying to match up the time frames for a certain thing, and I'm looking at the story quest for Sumeru and when it released.
Yeah.
And it's telling me here that the Akasha Pulse and the Kapala Flame Rises, which is what Annie's doing right now, it released on November 2nd of 2022, and it was update 3.2. I feel like the Sumeru
No, that's about
update
right.
was a lot, like, there was a lot bigger gaps in between the stories, but no, it was boom, 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 boom. So I'm gonna, it blows my mind that I've been
for the wait.
back into this game
Preparations
for
the
like
celebration are
over a
finally
year.
done.
You've been playing it consistently a whole year.
Oh, that is a very beautiful novelette. That is, oh.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's been an interesting time.
I'll call everyone over, and then we can start.
Yeah, we're gonna do the rest of the celebration before we go to bed.
Thank you.
To start the last mission.
Too racy for me to save.
Oh no, that's
no,
the
no,
best
on
one.
Pinterest.
really
on
should have prepared a
Pinterest.
gift.
I saved them.
Then
I
we could
saved them to
also
my
be a
phone,
part of
but
the
I had to get a new
exchange.
phone recently, so they got lost in my.
There's another joke. Right?
Nahida has been out for almost a year.
Nahida?
What's the answer to that one? I have an idea, but...
As it is, all we can do is wait and watch.
What is it? Which one is it? Wouldn't they be best work friends? Let's say... They don't get along in my building. I'll say work friends.
Maybe we shouldn't do this after all.
Nobody else knows what this is gonna be, so...
I didn't do that great of a job. And who would even like it?
Please tell me I saved.
Oh, don't think like that. Remember our promise? We're going to give everyone a pleasant surprise. And besides, you've never attended a celebration event before, so this will be a great opportunity. Everyone will love you.
That's all.
I'm still not really sure about this.
There's nothing to be worried about.
She is so
Step
tall.
forward and give yourself a chance.
Compared to the rest of
There
us.
aren't any scary people here, right?
Oh, she's looking down. Who's this? Don't know who you are.
Right.
God, I like some very
Alright.
jewelry art.
Maybe this will help.
Goblin! Okay, that was good. I get it. That was good.
I'm not in the stream chat.
No, it was in a whisper because it's not really appropriate for the stream. It was good though. I appreciated that one. It was a good play on words.
Wait.
I'm still waiting in this game. The
Ruby, I will find it for you.
this character named Sino tells really bad jokes, and I enjoy them because they're so bad.
He does tell bad jokes, doesn't he?
It's okay though. I grew up with them, so I'm kind of used to it.
Take it easy and relax. Deep breath in and out. Once you've taken a long exhale, calmly tell everyone what you want to say. If you don't say anything,
But make sure that you don't exhale all the air.
Yeah,
because-
that Zhongli picture I do have, because that was my background previously.
Yeah.
Using it as a gift, though?
My actual phone background
really isn't that good.
So when
Oh, I
Amaya
love-
was talking about making a prop, she
What?
was actually preparing a present.
And forgot it was hooked up to my TV.
Yeah, it feels like she still doesn't really see herself as part of this community.
They're gushing over Zhongli now.
But it looks like
And dragons, because Zhongli is a dragon.
Well,
Innuendo.
not really, but it's kind of like a thing.
That's a good one too.
Actually, Inaya had prepared a
Not in
special
my
present for
window.
everyone
You're
before
not.
the celebration kicked off.
My mouse pad.
We're gonna get our first present from Miss Inaya!
Pipe down! The louder you all are, the more nervous she'll become.
Oh my goodness, dude, chill.
You've worked on it for so long, so have some
Oh,
confidence.
I just told the boss to chill. Oops.
Oh, there it is.
You've got this.
Alright, computer.
Is Mr. Zubair here?
Sharif? Uh-oh.
Sheikh Zubair. This is an urgent notice from the Academia. This celebration, or whatever it is, must stop at once.
So when I,
Sharif needs to be smacked in the mouth.
What a condescending guy. What's his deal?
He's a poopy face.
They numbered them from 1 to like 10,000.
Since Zubair Theater
All
has
my
long
pictures-
violated the
all my
Academia's
pictures
policies
that I
and
had
orders,
neatly
we
sorted
have
in 2
decided to
folders on my
demolish
phone
it.
Are just a jumbled mess in like 10,000 different images that I've been trying to sort, and I'm lazy, so it's freaking slow going.
These butt faces have decided to demolish the theater.
Let's see, what do I have sorted?
This is why I don't like the academics.
As
It's
its
so
manager, you
frickin'
must
sticks up
halt
their
all
butts.
operations and dismiss
Oh, I
all
haven't
staff
even
members
started a
within
folder
30
for
days.
Genshin images in here.
After which you
Oh.
will report to the Academia
My phone
for
is
further
getting full of
punishment.
that.
Why?
I used to keep a lot of pictures. I don't anymore. But I should.
Little girl, this is not the
I do
first
it for
time you've been issued a
drawing
warning.
references and stuff,
Yeah.
so I save a lot from Pinterest, but this sucks.
Well, if you turn your head a full 180 and 360, then you'll be severing your spinal cord, and you don't really want to do that.
Don't be an owl.
Don't be an owl. Yeah, they can only turn their heads though 180, so you know. Yeah, it would be nice if you could, but unfortunately, you're not an owl. You do not have a long neck.
Tastes good.
I didn't
That's
hear
'cause you
anything
overcooked
about
it.
demolition the last time I asked, and now I suddenly
Luckily, it
only
was
have
a
30
pleasant
days?
mistake.
Well, it was a slow cooker, so like, I could have left it in there for hours and it would have been fine.
We have more shows planned, but it's impossible to do
stick in my
anything in
teriyaki
just 30 days. How am I supposed to explain this to my customers and
But it
staff?
has to go and simmer. on
That
the
issue
stove.
is of no concern to me, Mr. Zubair.
Okay, Sharif can be kicked off the top of the tree.
You seem to understand the situation quite clearly.
Just
Perhaps
boot
you
him.
can
Just
reflect on the reasons why you have failed to
Down he
prepare
goes.
for the scenario in advance.
let's get Sino in on this. You know, hey Sino, he's overstepping his bounds. Lock him up.
Demolition? Why do they want to demolish this place?
The Academia has
What?
never liked
All right,
us,
back to writing.
and they've
Okay.
never
Nothing. My
respected
cat's
our
just
work.
sitting on the printer,
To
being
them,
a fucking
what
ass.
we do is all a waste of time. This isn't the first time they've come by. They had asked us several times in the past to improve the quality of our performances by only putting on shows they consider to be sufficiently intellectual.
It's okay, Goblin.
But our audience isn't the Academia. It's the people of the Grand Bazaar. If our shows are too difficult to understand,
This stuffy artist guy is wearing the
nobody
garland.
would watch them anymore.
This stupid thing decided to duplicate
Changing
like,
our
all of my
content would not only mean
images,
turning our backs on our vision, it would also directly lead to the loss of our livelihoods. Yeah, the theater is very important to each and every one of us.
The way they're doing things is so scummy.
Yeah, I agree, Paimon.
I also don't know how we can stop them.
I do not wish to explain everything again from the beginning. Time is of the essence, so you should act with haste instead of asking frivolous questions.
Existence is pain. Yes, it is. Actually, just true.
But none of us plan to accept this. Such an abrupt notice is contrary to established policy.
Ask whoever you will. The answer will remain the same. We have already given you sufficient notice.
That's it.
Enough!
Oh, Inaya.
Does your audacity know no limits, Father?
Whoa! He's her dad. What? And I just threatened to throw him off a tree.
Huh? Father?
Maybe she'll do it.
What's academia? This is all because you don't like Zubair Theater. You're just using the Academia's name to threaten us.
Believe it or not, this is how it works.
Let me tell you, even if you manage to tear down this place, nothing is going to change.
Calypso. Clauda's looking fire.
You've always been awful.
Well, it sounds like you're enjoying it.
And even I never thought my father would sink this low.
This is strictly business. It has nothing to do with where you are, what you do.
No, it's not anything to do with business.
Or what you think. I hope you all have not been irrevocably blinded by folly. I will not waste more time on pointless arguments. Wrap everything up, and make preparations to shut down at once.
Just choose not to. Just stay open.
Why is he always like that?
This is quite the misfortune, but there's nothing we can do. That's it for today, everyone. Let's clean up. I'll go talk to them again tomorrow. The storms that come out of the blue are always the hardest to deal with.
They are. I agree. Okay. Talk with Nilu. Where is Nilu? There she is.
Sorry. I invited you thinking this was going to be a happy occasion. I didn't know that things would turn out like this.
There's no need to apologize, Nilu. No one could have seen this coming. Oh, Paimon just wishes she could have at least gotten to the food. Is what that guy said true? The Academia has already given you many warnings?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. They've always seen us as being meaningless. Knowledge is king in Sumeru, and their pursuit of it leaves no room for the arts. But if that's all it is, there's also no reason to go so far as to demolish the theater. After Inaya ran away from home, I brought her here to Zubair Theater. She rarely talks about her family. All I know is that she didn't get along with them. I never expected it to blow up like this.
Oh, this is sad.
If you did nothing wrong, then there's no reason to listen to the Academia, right? Who cares? Let's just take him in a fight.
Yeah, no, that won't solve it.
That's true.
I'll try to think of something. We can't just let everyone suffer in a perpetual state of fear and uncertainty. What to do? What to do?
Can you pretend to shut down, but secretly continue to hold your shows somewhere else? Or we could go through a list of customers and try to see if anyone in there might be willing to help out. That also doesn't sound like it'll work.
A debate?
So I work at 9:45.
Huh. Well, scholars do love to use them to solve their problems, but how would that work in this case?
Oh, if we could prove to Inaya's father that the Academia's position doesn't hold water, then they won't have a reason to demolish the theater.
I see. Defeating him in a debate. That's a good idea, but which one of us could hope to win against a researcher?
Okay, just because they're researchers doesn't mean that they're intelligent.
I'm really sad. My friend that I work with, other than Kira, she went on leave.
No.
Is that what happened?
Arguments.
A whole lot happened. Some stuff went down with her family, and it's just too much. So she's taking a leave of absence from work.
Well, hopefully she'll be back.
She will.
Debate?
But like, she needs time.
Nilu, you are only so stressed out right now because you care so
Yeah,
much about
it's
protecting
unfortunate.
the theater.
Because now I don't get to work with her.
This theater
And,
holds
like,
a special meaning in all of
the
our
store's
hearts.
gonna fall apart now.
It's irreplaceable.
Yeah, I know.
But I just don't know. Can I really take on such a huge responsibility?
Well, maybe they'll give you more hours?
I don't know how how many more hours they can give me when I'm getting 30 a week.
Enough to get you up to almost 40? Or are you doing...
I don't have enough time on my schedule.
Oh, well, you know what?
I have full availability on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then I have half availabilities on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So the most that they could do is they could give me Tuesdays and Thursdays with my half shifts, but then I'd literally be working Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
after doing
Friday.
some prep work.
From dusk till dawn, and I kind of don't want to do that right now because my wedding's in, well, by the time this happens, my wedding will be done. But I still have to finish my homework.
Yeah.
And do stuff around the house.
Even though I may fail,
Don't forget, this is the way my life is already.
I know. But I wanted 1 year of me adjusting to school before I decided to work my ass off.
Let's head back and tell everyone what we came up with.
No, instead you're doing it the other way around, which might be better anyways, because you can save a little bit if you can. If you can. I'm gonna level up Tainari. I just love Tainari. He's such an interesting character. He plays with his ears.
Activity serves no purpose whatsoever.
There we go.
Trying to best the academia in a debate is attempting the impossible.
Oh my god, they're confusing the whole situation again.
Really want to try? I won't stop you. It's not like our situation can get any worse.
I don't think it's entirely hopeless. To Sharif, Nilu's approach will come off as naive, but that kind of frankness is exactly what they lack the most. Things might turn out differently from what you expect.
I am in favor of such a romantic feat. No playwright will turn down a compelling underdog story.
Ooh, we're gonna be an underdog now.
Sure, in fiction, but I'm not sure how well that will translate to reality. I'm not saying that I don't support you, Nilu. If you need my help, just say the word. Anything is better than just standing aside and watching the theater get demolished.
I'm also pitching in. Let's show the academia that we have some fight in us. Thank you, everyone. I feel a lot less nervous with your support.
Not to rain on your parade, but my father is a real hard guy to deal with.
But she knows him, so she could prepare.
He's erudite, meticulous, demanding, and exceedingly familiar with rigorous logic. It'll be extremely difficult to beat him in a debate. You all already knew that. But you just didn't want to hurt Nilu's feelings.
Inaya, that's not the point.
When all's said and done, aren't you hurting her just the same?
That's enough, Inaya!
I think Inaya's missing the point.
Sorry, I've ruined the mood. I just can't force myself to expect a positive outcome. Nilu shouldn't have to push herself for the sake of an impossible goal.
Yeah, it's way too early to give up.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, Inaya. We're up against the academia. Everyone knows that they're very powerful. Being skeptical might actually be the more normal response. But I still want to try. I'm reluctant to just let Zubair Theater go. And it's not just me. I think everyone else here feels the same way. If we're unhappy, we should speak up and let our voices be heard. Say what's on your mind, and do what you think should be done. If we fail after that, then at least we won't have any regrets. I mean, after all, the only thing we can control right now is our choice at this very moment.
I understand what you're trying to say.
I was gonna say corn syrup, but no, that's the opposite.
I also have my own
corn
intense
syrup to thin
feelings of
things,
anger
not
and
thick.
regret.
Then, could I trouble you to tell your father about our plan for a debate? You can still get in touch with your family, right?
Yes, I can.
Then, please help us pass on
All
my
I'll have to do
request.
tomorrow now is make some
I've
grapes
never
before I go to work, which I
participated
can
in a
easily
debate,
just throw
and
on
truth be
while I'm
told,
getting ready.
I'm still not really confident in myself.
I have leftover salad.
But since we've decided on a debate, I'll do my
I
best to
have
prepare
two
for
options.
it.
I can either make tacos.
I'll gather everyone's
or
thoughts and
I
let
can
them be
make,
known to all during the debate. I, by myself definitely don't have enough wisdom to beat your father. But what about the entire theater combined?
Well, because I'm working
Then
pretty
we
much
should
the
have a
full
chance, right?
week again.
Right.
I want to make sure I have options.
I
Because
am
I'm like
too.
somebody in my house that can eat the same thing for breakfast every fucking day and not get bored. I can't do that.
The bad guy. Justice will prevail.
Every morning he has fucking English muffin with peanut butter. Every fucking morning.
Well, don't forget that he does have, you know, a condition.
Yes.
Breakfast is not easy for that
He should not
condition.
be eating an English muffin every fucking morning with peanut butter.
But he does. And it works.
Yep.
But thank you for your encouraging words. I'll do my
I know
best.
you're gonna do it anyway.
Sometimes you have to do a little bit of extra.
Today is the Academia's Nia Garbaha Day. We can finally put our plan into action.
I felt that I might have said a bit too much.
Oh, Hatham should be waiting for us. Let's go to the Academia and find him.
Anyway, we better start preparing now. First, let's see what everyone thinks about the situation.
I didn't expect you all to challenge the Academia.
Sounds good, Goblin. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Have a good night. Sleep well.
That reminded me of my younger years. Back then, I feared nothing and no one, and I was always charging into the most dangerous of places.
Hmm?
But then my computer froze. God damn it.
What did you find?
Dumb computer. Nix's baby pictures.
I can't do things like that anymore, but those were some of the best times of my life.
Sorry. If the theater really ends up getting demolished, then you, Soren, and Abby will all...
It's all right. There's no need to think such heavy thoughts. Even if the building gets demolished, its people will still all be here. Have faith in the resilience of an adventurer. We can always figure something out.
But won't you have regrets if things just come to an abrupt end? It'd be like when you were forced to stop adventuring.
Ah, so that's what you were worrying about. Relax. I've had a lot of experience with regret. Things are painful at first, but as they say, time heals all wounds. Look at us now. Serene and Abi are happy. And Serene is also just passed his theater exam. He can start acting soon. He was thrilled because he can soon perform on the same stage as you. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for our past struggles. And would Serene have become a happier person? That's hard to say.
Are you trying to make us feel better?
Yes, but I truly do mean what I say. Being here at the theater has taught me an important lesson.
This wasn't me who saved this, but it ended up on my phone at some point.
Oh? Of what?
Yeah. Kamisato Ayato, the boy, using his water clone very inappropriately.
Oh my god, he likes himself.
With Ito.
Oh!
No, with a no. Yeah, it's like a threesome.
Oh boy.
The most important
Ito?
thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret
Oh,
it.
that's just weird. No, thanks.
I can choose to believe that my life ended with my husband's death. Or I can choose to believe that it was a blessing in disguise for Serene and Abi. Similarly, even if this theater disappears, a new beginning might just be around the corner. Good and bad are all human-made concepts. It all depends on how we choose to see things.
You have a point.
The Jays are going to Minnesota tomorrow.
Nilu.
Ooh, nice.
I know how important Zubair Theater is to you.
Yeah, they are in the playoffs.
But you don't have to be so nervous. We're all here with
Yeah,
you.
soon baseball's over.
The theater won't go down so...
Thank you, Miss Raykar.
No need to thank me. If
Yeah, I have
anything,
172
you inspired me
Genshin
with your
photos.
bravery.
I wonder if I have
You
the
might
copy.
have what it takes to become an excellent
172.
adventurer.
Yeah.
That's shameful. You don't even want to know how many.
Oh, you have more, I'm assuming.
I gotta
Let me
cheer
see
up.
on Pinterest
I can't waste
alone.
everyone's words of encouragement.
Come on, where's my... I
feel
have
a lot better.
281 pins saved, and that's not
Good.
including some of the
My
pictures
children
that
and I
just
will be
offhandedly
cheering you on
saved
at the
for other
debate.
people.
need to get back into using that site. I stayed away, and then I started looking at it yesterday.
You know, honestly, it's a time killer for me. And I don't really, like, it's not like I sit there and spend hours on it, but if I get bored, I'll sometimes pull it up.
I don't know if I ever sent this
Mr.
one to you.
Zubair,
To send it to
we're
you.
trying to put
Do
together
it.
a list of arguments
Nothing
that might
is
be
barred
useful.
for me. Send
Any
all
ideas?
the inappropriate stuff.
It's not inappropriate. It's just funny.
I will not.
No, send it to me too. I want to be in on this. Like, I'm not. I tease you guys, but I'm not
yes.
prudish.
I remember this one. This one's like Guilty Crown. Just ripping shit out of their boobs.
It won't be difficult to explain our
Jean-Louis,
position.
but that wouldn't happen
They're in
because
the
we have,
wrong,
like,
and they know it.
Dust would fall out.
This is what happened to me when I pulled for Ayako, but I did not get a Kiki. I got something.
That was good. I like that big part. Venti's going a little far. Except I wanted Toma. Which was so not fair.
I have meticulously managed this theater's affairs for years, and I have abided by every procedure and obtained every permit.
I actually enjoy fan art.
Like, I don't care. No, I have a better one. I'm looking for it. I really am.
What does he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tame. That's tame.
Yeah, me and Kira both work till 5.
Come on, Sarah, you can do better.
I'm not the one who has NSF photos of Al-Haytham and Kabe. I leave that to Megan.
You have Saint Osiris.
Oh, yes. No, Zach doesn't know the new pictures that Kira has added.
Oh, what, the ones from the game?
Astarian ones.
Oh yeah, those were pretty funny.
I did all of that to protect ourselves if something like this were to occur.
Robot fucking.
I'm
well aware.
them to disregard the rules
Eh.
altogether.
You're not opposed to the not safe for work photos?
Yes,
Oh, I don't give
know.
a fuck.
But anyone who's staying at the theater is one of us.
No, I enjoy the artwork.
I'm trying to get my dinner done so I can go to bed.
If I can't even protect the members of the theater from outside
You can grope
pressure,
my boobs
then I have
anytime. Let me go to
failed
sleep.
in my duty as
Wait, what? Guys, I'm still streaming, just so you know.
I'm pretty sure he has to pee.
In summary, you need sufficient confidence and strict adherence to the rules. At least for now, they don't have the authority to demolish.
What did you do?
He was leaning over,
As
so I
long as you
slapped
double
his
down on that
ass.
point and force them
But he
to
was
concede it,
flexing his
you'll gain an advantage.
ass, so my hand hurts. Did that hurt at all for you? Buns of steel. Like that fucking hurt.
Hand made of jello.
Alright,
Oh my god! Look at our fucking son.
I've seen many situations like this before.
Why do you
The
have, like, a
academia
billion
sure
multiple
likes to get its
pictures?
nose into
Why did you do this
everyone's
to me?
business.
Oh my lord.
Oh yeah. Trust me, if I had more free time, my computer would be full.
While you prepare for the debate,
Lots and lots of fan art that I find.
potential aftermath.
This
Best
is
to
when Nick
prepare for
actually
the worst
likes me.
outcome.
He still likes you.
He doesn't.
Once you're done
Still likes
chatting,
you.
He used
do
to
me a
sleep
favor
with
and
me, now he doesn't.
tell our
Well, what did you
customers
do?
that we're canceling all of our shows.
Do we really have to?
Right
you
now, no
adopt
one's
another
in the
cat?
right frame of mind to perform. I have to consider both our staff and our customers.
I'm bringing Kira. I don't know about
This is
Phil.
the
Phil
only
has
way.
Daisy. I have no idea what's going
Nilu,
on with that.
You are incredible. With your talent and youth, you had the least
not
to
up to me.
lose out of all of us.
I'm bringing Kira.
Yet you were still the first to take a stand.
I've never thought about leaving your theater, Mr. Zubair.
It's not. She said it's
I
Phil's
truly
thing to
love
figure
this
it out.
place, and I want to keep dancing here. I also want to keep dancing with everyone else.
You're becoming more and more like her. Do your best. We'll do all that we can and leave the rest to fate.
Alright.
My teacher. She was an excellent dancer, but she's retired now.
Come on.
If we have time later, I'd be happy to tell you more about her. I've gained a whole new level of respect for you. Inaya was right. It's true that I couldn't bear to bring down Nilou. It wasn't out of pity or anything, though. I just felt like I didn't have the right to say anything. After all, Nilou was the one who bravely stepped up and proposed to fight back. I didn't have that kind of courage or initiative. I'd be a terrible person if I spoke badly of Nilou without doing anything to help. She knows better than any of us how difficult this path will be.
Mm-hmm.
When the day comes, I'll get my friends and the theater's customers to come and support Nilou. If anything goes wrong, I'll have them scream and shout and drown out whatever Sharif says. I can't do that? Fine, I'll think of something else.
Hmm.
You can just have the rest of the Nutella.
Nutella.
That's chocolate from last Christmas. I hope that's chocolate from last Christmas.
To him.
I just want to talk to stuffy art guy.
Some prejudices against me. And to think, I was just about to put forward a suggestion.
Ah, Kasani. I don't know if I like him.
Listen to that.
He's just pompous.
Although, I know not if you have a new answer to my previous question. Now seems like an appropriate time to revisit it. What do you think is the meaning of art?
Oh, this again?
We probably do need to tackle this question if we want to prove the value of the arts. I don't know how to explain it, but all I know is that when my performance makes the audience happy, I also become very happy.
No.
Does that count as a meaning?
You answered him so seriously. Careful, Nilou. This guy's ramblings never make any sense.
No,
Is your
no.
filled, my love?
Nilou's answer far surpasses yours. And it is close to my own.
I work at
The meaning of
9:45
art
tomorrow morning.
comes not from its creators, but from its audience.
He didn't give me that option.
In other words, only art that can be appreciated by others will impart
I go on
its
break
essence
around
and
1:15.
value upon the minds of its audience. This
I'm working at
is something that
1:15.
the academia can never understand. I once pursued the mastery of art, much like how a researcher would chase wisdom and knowledge. However, the
What are
more
you
of a
laughing about?
connoisseur I became, the less I felt I understood. I began to question what it truly meant for art to be understood at all. I knew that the most sophisticated works are
I can't see
often
that
the
far.
least appreciated, and yet
Okay, well, I will see
somehow
afterwards.
that provided me with little solace. I remained even perplexed about this conundrum until I visited this theater and watched one of Nilou's performances.
It was that life-changing?
Everyone here had a joyous part in the overall experience. The actors upon the stage basked in the love of their audience, while those in the house immersed themselves in the wondrous ambiance. In all honesty, from a purely critical point of view, the performances here are exceedingly average.
Hey, don't say something like that.
But what bewildered me was how, despite the performance's middling quality, they captivated their whole audience.
I know I
They
sent
captivated
this one to you.
even me. I realized
so
then
cute.
that I had walked the wrong road. The mastery of art was never what I truly wanted.
Is Ripley still hanging out with you all the time?
I left the so-called frontiers of artistic research and came to this theater. For this is where I can
And
finally
Audie still
find
hiding?
what I seek. Art will no longer be a castle in the sky. Whether it be inspiring or entertaining, art must be appreciated by others to confer value. If art cannot accomplish that, then it is meaningless.
Pretty sure I sent
When you
this
put
one
it
to you,
that
but I'll
way,
send it to Annie too. It's
Mr.
gonna be in
Zubair and I
Discord,
refuse to
though.
follow the Academia's orders
Oh
to
no,
change
you
our
have
shows
not
for a
sent me
similar
that one. That is
reason.
adorable.
Hmm?
Okay, I'm sending it on Discord though.
Hold on. Isn't he too old to be doing that at her?
No, he's a dog. Doesn't matter.
We were afraid
Is he a
that
dog? I
shows would lose their
forgot. I
meaning if
keep
people
thinking he was a
couldn't understand
cat.
them.
Kind of a dog.
Huh.
I once
That
stood
is
in the
cute.
spotlight, but I relinquished fame and acclaim for the freedom I enjoy today. I care not for where my feet may take me next. But Nilu, you need to remember one thing. You already stand upon the finest stage there is.
This one's long-winded.
And that is a rare gift that should never be taken for granted.
He's not wrong.
You cannot give it up.
I'm
Not
now not gonna
even
be able
to
to
the
ever look at
academia.
Astarion the same way again.
What did he do?
I understand.
Yep, they're like,
Thank
I
you for
came
your
to the
words of
realization
encouragement,
of
Mr.
who
Kasane.
Astarion is modeled after, and then they
Dust
showed
the cobwebs away
David
from
Bowie's
the
balls
eyes
from
of
a
those
labyrinth.
scholars.
And nope,
Really seem to care
nope,
a lot about the theater.
A lot of people drool about David Bowie when he was young.
No, he
He'll even help
definitely
out with
looked good in
furniture
that
repair
movie.
and painting the stage.
Yeah, so nothing wrong with that.
Paimon didn't think he had that in him at all.
What? What's the problem? Because he's old now?
David Bowie's dead.
Well, that's the other point, but what's the problem?
A wild beetle appears!
Yeah, he missed all the fun.
Computer, why are you taking forever?
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Damn, it was so quiet.
You're here.
It wasn't that quiet.
Shit.
They were making Philly really uncomfortable yesterday.
Oh God, what
Well,
happened?
Maybe not uncomfortable. He was amused, actually.
We were sending pictures of hot vampire men to each other.
It wasn't just vampire men. You guys were also like talking about Genshin and the boys in there. They were being boy crazy. Men?
Sorry, only 2D.
Yeah, Ruby was sending me pictures.
She sent me a 3D picture. And
He's
I'm
been
like,
worried sick for a while now. He wouldn't stop talking the whole
It's
time.
from Baldur's Gate because you can actually have your characters walk around completely naked.
Hey, you too.
Yeah, I'm okay.
When your stats get high enough, the armor's useless.
Yeah,
Just
there you
take
go.
the armor off.
It's terrifying
It actually
enough.
speeds up. It speeds up your attacks.
Told us that we had to shut down the theater within 30
Yeah, it's like an
days.
Elden
You do the
Ring.
same thing in
And it's going to be
Conan. You can go
demolished.
commando in Conan.
Zach wants to know how you got your Bibu tower so fucking tall.
I just kept building until it told me I couldn't.
I'm just gonna turn you
That
down.
was my goal. It's not.
There we go.
Entirely as high as I want to take it. I can
What
go
the
higher.
heck? That came with no warning.
Has he been inside
They're
my
messing
BB
with
tower
us
and met
again.
the family?
Don't tell me you'll have to listen to him.
I have.
Come on. You know the answer to that.
I lit the whole top of it up so you
It is a
see it
direct order
for
from the
miles.
academia.
There's no need to worry, though. I'm preparing for a public debate with the academia. If I win,
One
we
of
might
my
be able to overturn
uh,
things and change their minds.
Kayla has
Really?
a
That's terrific.
brought her friend over
You have
today
my full
to
support. No doubt about
babysit,
that.
and her friend has a little boy and he's autistic, and
Mine
she says,
too.
"This is my son."
So what was
and
their
she said,
excuse
he really doesn't
anyway?
like guys. He's been
They
raised
still
by
not
women.
a fan
you know,
of the
and
theater's programs?
Don't be
Yeah,
upset if he doesn't
something like
pay
that.
attention to you. And I said, not a problem.
Good thing
I
they
am
have the power
persistent.
to make rash decisions about things they don't
And
even
I started
understand.
trying to play with him. He kept going
they
away
need to
from
touch
me.
more grass, not books.
And then persistence kind of paid off, and all of a sudden he
They
walks
want
up
to
to
look
me and
down
throws
on
his
us?
arms up in the air and wants me to pick
We'll
him up.
look down on them first.
And as when I
Don't worry.
pick him up and I start
Everyone
walking
here has
around
your
with him,
back.
his eyes get
The
huge
academia's
because I'm
recklessness won't
6'3".
get them any praise.
So when I'm holding him up, he's above my head, and he just gets a view of the entire house.
Nice.
They might think that some forms of knowledge are more valuable than
"Oh
others,
my God,
but
look at that."
everyone can equally appreciate
Kayla
art.
s-
If they don't
she said,
believe
"Yeah,
that,
BMO has
send them my way.
a
I
gift.
got
These
them beat
animals
on
and
this
kids
subject.
flock to him."
Maybe you can prepare some
they
questions on
know
the details
that
of dance
they know
performance
he's
to make things
safe. They
harder
know.
for them at the debate.
And I said,
Sounds like a good
"Want
idea.
to go higher?" And he looked
Maybe
over at
that's
me, and I
something I should do.
grabbed him up, and tossed him
Ignore
up a
him.
little bit, and caught him and
Joking.
set him up on my
Just
shoulder.
do things your way.
And he just went
No matter
haymaker. He
what,
loved
we
it.
will always
She said,
support
"Oh my God, look at his face." He's like, "Wow." And over there eating my lunch, he comes over and has to get up in my lap. So I pick him up and sit him on my knee. And I said, hey, dude, I'm gonna teach you something. And he looked at me. And I said, make a fist. And he made a fist. And I says, hit my fist. And he hit my fist. And I said, all right, smack my hand. He smacked my hand. And she looked over and she says, how in the hell do you do this? He doesn't do that for anybody. He's never done that. I said, gift. And she walked into Kayla and she says, I want one of those. Did you buy him at Walmart? She said, he's a natural at this. She says, everywhere he goes, she said, if we go to the park with the kids, if there are kids out there playing and they're being put off by their parents, they will go to him.
Yeah.
She said, it's a gift.
I have that too, unfortunately. Well, fortunately and unfortunately. It's a weird one. It's a fun gift at times.
Hello, fluffy bottoms.
That's why I always got stuck with the kids at the dig all the time, because I could actually keep them busy. And they wouldn't be crying.
Thank you all so much.
That is awesome,
Your
though.
understanding and support make me feel a lot
You made somebody's day.
Talking to you, I need to go to bed
There are
because I
always
have to
more
go
solutions than
to work tomorrow.
problems. If you need help during the debate, just shout and the entire Grand Bazaar will be at your beck and call.
Megan, you find those
Gotta
any
show
pictures
them
you have,
who has the
regardless
people's
of pants or no
support.
pants, send it to me.
Yes, will do.
And
I'm
after
still
that-
looking.
I feel like the pieces are starting to
leave you
fall
all.
into
Good night.
place. Let's head back to the theater and organize our thoughts.
Okay, now I gotta go and
Inaya should also.
do the debate.
Abby, have you seen Miss Inaya?
No, Miss Nilu. Miss Inaya isn't back yet. Wasn't she just passing on a message? Does she really need this much time?
Oh no.
Did they kidnap her?
Traveler, Paimon, I think I've messed up big time. What if Inaya never planned to come back?
What?
It's just a gut feeling, but knowing her, she probably feels like she's completely responsible for what happened.
I'm still mad at
She probably thinks that all of this happened because she was staying here.
Oh,
I
right.
had to get a new
As
phone,
soon as her
so I
father showed
transferred
up,
all of my
she said that
images
her
onto my
father was
computer,
targeting her.
And instead of
So
having it
she's felt
nicely
like that this
categorized
whole
like I had it on
time.
my phone in like
She
separate
has a
folders,
long-standing
it
conflict with
labeled
her
all
father.
of the images on
That's
my
why
phone.
she ran
and
away
I'm
from
talking
home.
10,000
She doesn't think that we can win
from
the
1
debate.
to 10,000
And she doesn't want to implicate
and
us.
jumbled them all
So
together
she
and
thought
duplicated
leaving was the
some
best thing
and
to
like
do.
shrunk some of the duplicates. So now I have to go through all of them individually, delete all the duplicates, and resort my images, which I already had sorted.
Hmm.
I'm just a lazy person, and it's taking me forever, and I just want to find a picture for Ruby that I know she would appreciate.
I'm...
And then she just quietly left
My
afterward.
battery's dying. I gotta go plug this in.
Exactly.
The buzz it
She's
makes.
being too pessimistic. How will you know if you don't try? Anyway, first things first. We have to get her back.
But where should we start? Sumeru is huge!
I think I might know. Let's start by looking outside the city. Before I brought her to Zubair Theater, she was staying at a remote campsite. She got a fever from drinking unclean water, so I carried her back.
Like a little tiny house at the back of their property. It's actually
If
pretty
she
nice.
has nowhere else to go after leaving the theater, she might go back and
Just
strike out on
like
her
I
own
said,
again.
you just
off the grid too.
be careful because of the last
Let's go take a look.
thing that happened.
I know.
I'm just concerned about that kind of thing, you know? It's like when you need some help and you can't get it because... What? You know? Alright, let's go get this one mission out of the way.
You want a bite? Here.
Oh, it's actually like right over there. Okay. Hmm. Oh, apparently we have to climb a pole. That was fun. Whoop! Wrong way. Click. Click. Clicking. We must got the bad controller working right now. Or he did? I don't know where he went now. I just want to finish this one story quest before... Okay, game. Oh, I see. This is where I'm getting confused all the time. Oh, look, a viewpoint. Gonna go and, talk someone out of being silly. Or not.
There are signs that someone had stayed here very recently.
But we can't confirm if it was Inaya or not. Let's take a look around first.
Oh, did it die? That was a weird noise in the game.
I heard it too. Let's investigate.
I heard a voice.
It sounds like we're getting closer. The voice is coming from over there.
Yes.
Oh, I think that was a whoops there.
Stay back.
I can. But you're in a windstorm now.
Don't be scared. We're coming to help.
I swear I hate this.
Here.
Is that the new headset?
Yeah, and it's the plug, the additional plug. Instead of having a cable coming off the headset to the
Dance with the waves.
a plug coming off the headset, another plug attaches to the plug that goes into my computer. Like, what the fuck? What kind of design is this?
With all my strength.
Huh. It's like mine, but I don't know why yours is giving it so much trouble.
There weren't so many big animals in this area before.
I think if it's not working right, if it's still under warranty, I would go send it back in.
Sorry. I'm causing trouble for you again.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Why did you leave by yourself?
I will never have to worry about them again.
You really don't
ever.
think we have a
I'm not
chance
buying
of
any
winning
more
the
of them like
debate?
that. I'm taking them out to the trash and throw them away.
Oh, okay.
I just thought it
Are
was
the new ones or the old
too much
ones?
effort.
New ones are in the trash. I just stomped them into the floor.
Oh, don't. I would have said at least, you know.
I can't stand stuff that is designed a specific way and doesn't work the way it's supposed to be designed.
Everything
Instead of
happened
having one
because
solid
of me.
cable coming from the headset to the
I'm
controller, they
gone,
put a split
and
in
the
it with
situation will resolve
they
itself.
put a splitter in it.
Mm-hmm.
The splitter kept shorting out.
Everyone's working together towards a happier ending.
I'll never buy from
No
that
one should be
company again,
singled out
ever.
for blame.
I don't care what props they get from what friends I have. I will never buy another product from that company.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
It's all right if it's me.
Biggest
As
waste of
long
money
as
I
the
ever
theater
spent.
won't get demolished. You guys are the kindest people I've ever met. You shouldn't suffer so much because of me.
The headset I have on, $35, Walmart. I've had it for 3 years.
Some of them are really good. Some are really bad, even when they're expensive. My favorite one was the, oh, what do you call it? It was like a PlayStation one. It was for the PlayStation 3, actually. The Pulse, that's what it was. The PlayStation Pulse headset. That was my favorite. That thing lasted forever. Yeah.
Mr. Zubair said that you're one of us, so that means we will protect you.
I have an absolute zero tolerance for things that do not work.
No matter what
A
happens,
zero tolerance.
we'll stand as one.
I don't care what they cost me.
Nilu,
Doesn't work, it have no purpose in my place.
there will always be a victim. Whether it's me or the theater.
I would have said try to get a refund if you could, but you can't now.
Especially,
I'm
my
not worried about
father
it.
is an extremely demanding man.
Whoever
He's
designed that
always
needs their head
wanted me to
examined.
become an exceptional researcher
Hmm.
and his academic
Can't argue.
successor. I tried my best to
what
meet his
possessed you to
expectations
think
and did everything I could.
Having a gaming
But he
headset
still wasn't
with
satisfied.
a cable coming to my controller
Or
with
rather,
a splitter in it for
he
no
had
reason
just
whatsoever.
never
but
been
just to have it
satisfied with
there.
me.
And if I try to plug it
I'm
into
no
my controller
genius.
by itself,
But
I get
whenever
mono
he
sound.
berated me, it was always as if he was asking me, why
I have
aren't
to have
you
it
a
plugged
genius?
into the splitter for the Elgato to get stereo sound. What?
Come on.
That's weird.
Like I'd know.
You had like 2 splitters going. That's weird.
So that's why you ran away from home?
Please tell me I saved it.
At first,
Uh-oh.
I thought the father would
Megan
slowly
can't find
come
her
to
picture.
terms with reality. But he just wouldn't stop berating me. For one exam, I earned the 3rd highest score. I thought that all my hard work had finally paid off, and that I could finally make father feel some modicum of joy. I even used the embroidery skills I learned at school to make a commemorative gift for him. I thought, even this daughter can make her father happy sometime.
I see.
Sarah
When we were
played,
embroidering your gift before,
Detroit Becoming Human.
I didn't feel
No,
like
I
you
don't
were
think
new.
so. I don't know. I don't think she'd be able to sit long enough.
Yeah. Sorry.
What, you got art from that too?
I was tired
Oh,
of
I
him
have a good
yelling
one.
at
I'm
me
gonna
every
send
day.
This one to you, 'cause you might get
All
a kick
I
out of it.
wanted
It's
was
terrible.
to see him
Makes me
smile at
laugh
me.
every time.
But
Okay.
he was more angry than ever
for it,
before
Annie? I'm sending
once
it
I'd
to
given him my embroidery and told him my score. He
Um,
threw my present to the side.
BMO, that headset that you've been using for so long,
Reflects on why
does
you were
Walmart
at
still
first.
have it?
Yeah, they actually do.
Okay, so just get that one again later when you need it. I think right now it's fine though.
Now, but we know now it wasn't the headset; it was my controller.
Yeah.
I forgot.
But like I
how
said,
long
like when you
I'd
need
tried
another one, just go back to that then.
I only remember
and
my
that's all I'm
parents
gonna do.
arguing.
I'm not gonna.
My mother
Steel
also
Series
thought
will
he
not
went
get another
overboard.
controller from me ever. I mean, any money from me. It's not worth it.
They argued for
I
such a
want
long
something
time.
that is.
My father
That
eventually
doesn't
stormed
have
out and slammed the door
unnecessary
behind him.
components in it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get a
Because
single
the cable kept
sentence of
shorting out. That's the reason I
apology.
kept trying. You kept
Or
hearing
any
me cut
words
in
of
and out.
comfort.
It wasn't the controller. I was trying to get that plug to make connection.
Mm-hmm.
I could hear you guys, but you couldn't hear me. What's the point?
Mm-hmm.
I've
Supposed to be for
completely
gaming,
given
not
up.
for listening.
We're destined to never
Well,
understand each other.
there's gaming headsets and then there's chat gaming headsets, and they need to make that clear.
How horrible.
I don't think you can beat him in a debate.
Oh, I can actually delete
Because he
Such a
doesn't
waste.
even understand what kind of place a theater is. He can never understand the relationship performers have with their audience. His life is devoid of camaraderie
This is
or
sad.
friendship. He just wants everything to happen according to his wishes, as if the world revolves around him. What we cherish, our little place in this world, means nothing to him.
It sounds like your past has had a huge impact on you.
This is going on for a
I
long
understand
time.
now, Inaya. But when we were preparing for the debate, I heard something quite wise. Maybe it'll help you.
Mm.
Nugget! Oh my god, it's the cutest corgi ever that I grew.
Art must first be appreciated by others to confer value.
Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing the theater. Everything checks out. Everyone is free to appreciate art. No form of art is inherently superior.
Mm-hmm.
The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Ooh, there's 2 good ones.
Miss Raykar has gone through a lot in her life, but she told us that she's very happy to live at the theater now. Although she ran into misfortune, it led her down a new path in life. She sees that as a blessing.
I remember the first pair.
She told me that the most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
LED lights on the ear cups that were so bright I could see them in my
Interpret it?
peripheral vision.
Oh, that's crazy. I wouldn't like that.
It was very.
But after you ran
very
away,
distracting. It was like,
you ended
no,
up
I'm
at
gonna
the
get a headache
theater
from
and
this,
became one of
immediately.
us.
I've been very selective of my headsets.
Those unhappy experiences allowed you to really cherish your bonds with everyone, and also gave you the opportunity to become friends with us. Don't let your past suffering keep you from the new life that you've worked so hard to find.
Oh.
Let the past stay in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
When I ran away from home, I swore that I would leave my family conflicts behind. But you're right.
I'm going through my photos.
All I'm doing
that
now
might
is
have come from Pinterest.
falling right back into.
Maybe you'll disappoint him, but that doesn't matter. You have a new future waiting for you. Don't let go of the answer you've worked so hard to find.
I'm trying to find
That's
something.
right. If we put our heads together, there's bound to be a way.
You're right.
But again,
There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm not trying to meet his expectations. So why should I give up because of him? I can't afford to lose anything more. We have to win. The debate will not only protect Zubair Theater, but also allow me to settle things with Father.
That's the spirit!
Let's go. I'll tell my father about the debate. I know him very well. Even if he looks down on us, I know how to make him accept.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Please be almost the end, because these are so long. Ugh, just this particular one is... It's very long-winded for what it is.
Well, yeah, because it's all, like, freaking text.
No. Well, I mean, they're talking. It's just that it's like...
No, but that's all it is. It's literally text that drives the entire story with, like, a very small smattering of cutscenes. They're, like, 30 seconds. That's why I have a hard time, like, going through... Oh.
Which one am I gonna do here? Oh god. Two quests are smack right on top of each other. I'm cheating. I'm climbing up the pillar. I have to go higher still? Okay. I need to avoid Al-Haytham. I don't want to talk to Al-Haytham.
I'm off to meet with him. Please wait here for me.
Get the shield out.
Okay.
Thank you.
Looking forward to your good news. That should be everything. The only thing left to do now is to wait until the debate. I'm not sure why, but I'm getting nervous again.
You were great, Nilu! Your words won over Inaya! Talk like that during the debate, and you get an easy win!
Thanks for that,
God,
Paimon.
I found a picture
But I still feel like it'll be an uphill battle. I need to be calmer, cooler, and more collected.
What's
Yeah.
wrong with your hair,
I'm acting as everyone's representative, so I'll need to act brave.
Oh my god.
Even if I won't feel like it. Huh? What's left?
He's so cute.
Huh? What a strange question. Isn't a theater just a theater? Why would it need to be anything else?
Wait. You're not asking what the theater does, but what it is. Let me think. How can I put this? Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing the theater. Everything checks out. Everyone is free to appreciate art. No form of art is inherently superior. Inaya really wants to win. She doesn't want to lose anything else because of her painful past.
The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Art must first be appreciated by others to confer value.
Not quite right, but it's close. I almost have it. Everyone is free to appreciate art. No form of art is inherently superior.
Wait a minute.
Ah, got it. When we were trying to find a way to save the theater, we heard many stories not of the theater, but of the people whose lives have been touched by it. Zubair Theater is our reason for coming together. It connects us all in unique ways. In other words, it's like a bond.
A bond?
The theater provides money for Miss Raykar and her children, inspiration for Mr. Kasani, and enjoyment for the people of the Great Bazaar. It also gives Inaya shelter from her family. It has brought us together after taking care of every single one of us. And its story won't end here. In the future, many more people will come to the theater and receive its blessing.
Oh, Megan.
And we'll all be there for them. Our warm, welcoming community will show them the same kindness we were shown in the past. Aside from the delivery of performances, isn't this another reason for Zubair Theater's continued existence?
Yeah, that makes sense. We definitely felt that warmth during the preparations for the event. But Paimon doesn't see how this will help in the debate. Oh, gotcha! No matter how strong an opponent is, they'll have to go on the defensive if pressed on a weak point.
I feel like that's another prong in our attack. Thank you so much.
Paimon also feels a lot more relieved. Let's show him what we got!
Sorry for the wait. I'm back. Things went a lot more smoothly than I expected. It didn't take long for him to accept the debate. And it's set for 2 days from now. Why are you all smiling so much? Did something good
And she's
happen?
like my face.
We realized that your dad might not be as scary as we had thought.
We just finished our prep. Rest easy. It will all turn out well. We have to win. No, we will win, Inaya.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, this is long. Wait, what? Wait for the debate 2 days later. Okay. At 3. So this is 1, 2. Yeah.
In the blink of an eye, it's already debate time! We did a...
Okay, now I gotta go run all the way back to the theater. And I avoided Al-Haytham, so I don't have to do this other story by accident. Success. We just gotta finish this. Run through the academia. Jerks. And then go to the debate.
Hello and welcome, everyone. I am Safwan, a scholar from the academia, and I will serve as this debate's adjudicator.
It should say this battle.
I swear to judge both parties with the utmost wisdom and impartiality. I will neither interfere with the proceedings nor demonstrate bias.
Really?
I ask for both parties to stand. May the Dendro Archon also serve as a witness to this duel of wits.
Since you so desperately demand an explanation, I will expound on the Academia's stance. You may have misunderstood us from the outset and believe that the Academia is prejudiced against you. However, the truth is that the Academia wishes for every resident of Sumeru to be afforded opportunities to grow and cultivate their wisdom. Therefore, the works they consume should also possess enlightening qualities and intellectual value. We have failed to identify these qualities in the shows performed at Zubair Theater. In other words, instead of struggling against the Academia in pointless confrontations, if you had spent your time reflecting on improving the quality of your shows and enlightening your audience, Zubair Theater would not be today facing such a tragic fate.
Aggressive from the get-go. He's really putting on the pressure. Can Nilou stand her ground?
Calm down, Nilou. First, carefully analyze what he said. He said that we were shut down not because the Academia looks down on the arts, but rather because our shows aren't up to their standards. However, the most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Art must first be appreciated by others to confer value.
Don't think that would make for a good rebuttal.
Well, those guys clearly picked the wrong place to camp.
The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it. Don't think that would make
Oh,
for
it's
a
not
good
that one?
Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing the theater. Everything checks out.
No, that's not it.
Everyone is free to appreciate
Oh,
art.
there.
No form of art is inherently superior. In your eyes, our shows can't meet the Academia's expectations. Shouldn't it be the audience who decides if a show is intellectual or enlightening? Why is someone from the Academia judging that? Also, I believe that there is no such thing as a wiser or more enlightening performance. Art doesn't discriminate, and it appeals to all. Everyone has the right to appreciate art.
Appreciation is but a primitive form of satisfaction. Guidance and enlightenment are necessary if we are to induce growth in the performers as well as the audience.
Yeah, but you can't get any of those if you don't get appreciation or satisfaction.
This stance holds performers to a higher standard and encourages the development of the arts. If all performances are simple-minded, require little effort to comprehend, and lack any impetus for the betterment of society, then the people will not be able to develop a greater level of artistic understanding. Nurturing the populace's understanding requires a long and arduous process, and guiding this process is the Academia's true goal.
He changed the topic without batting an eye. Good thing I'm prepared. If I remember correctly, what I should say here is... The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Art must first be appreciated by others to confer value.
Technically.
The theater carries everyone's feelings and serves as the bond that connects us all.
I think it's Kassam.
Someone at our theater has tried that before. He was a famed artist, but he recognized that very few people could connect with his works. I agree that art should be enlightening, but we can't pursue that goal by creating complicated works. If a work can't tap into an audience's personal experiences or feelings,
then its contents may as well be a castle in the sky. What's the point of performing a show that its audience can't even follow? That would only be forcing people to watch something they don't like.
You can only reach that conclusion from a place of ignorance.
You can only make that statement from a place of ignorance.
In that case, before passing judgment, you should first become a better dancer than me.
Yeah.
You tell them, Nilou.
Looks like he's backed himself into a corner. As the party holding the burden of proof, Sharif has failed to provide sufficient support for his judgment of the quality of Zubair Theater's programs.
Yep.
Likewise, the definition that Nilou put forth is but her personal opinion. Neither party is the victor for this particular point of contention.
Ooh.
Additionally, I must request that both parties exercise greater control on their emotions.
Keep it up, Nilou! You're doing great!
Dude looked at me, Nilou, the whole
In that
time.
case, I shall speak of more concrete matters. The essence of this issue is that you have violated the law, so you must now pay the price for your transgression. This course of action is also completely procedurally sound. We have already contacted Zubair Theater multiple times regarding the theater's repertoire. However, you have consciously ignored our warnings, or perhaps your compliance was purely superficial. Regardless, that failure has indirectly led to the present day's proceedings.
That is indeed so, according to the laws decreed by the Academia.
He started talking about procedural stuff,
Kill a
so
dog.
I need to
Kill
focus
it.
on...
I know which one that
Chased
is.
in my ass.
Haha.
Okay,
Mr. Zubair has been meticulous.
What are you?
Mr. Zubair has
No,
already
you-
provided signed
There it is.
copies
Kill a
of
dog.
all documentation related to our
No,
operations.
Don't attack me. Kill
Everything
it.
is perfectly filled out and
Dog is like, no, I'm not doing that.
Although
You're
the theater's
crazy.
performances don't align with the Academia's requests, the law doesn't say that Zubair Theater can be demolished only because of that reason. Demolition notices need to be provided in writing and made available to the public.
Giant bird chasing me.
Otherwise,
I run
the theater
past,
can continue to
wild
operate
dogs.
as
Wild
long
dogs
as its
turn to
license
attack
is valid.
Bird. Decide bird is too much trouble. Attack me.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
Failing to follow these rules
That's what I would
makes
do.
your stance procedurally unsound.
Yeah! That's right!
There are different ways to apply the rules. There is precedent for this. So long as this matter is discussed within the Academia, this course of action will come to pass.
Looking at the past 27 cases of similar nature, 90% of them support Sharif's claim and position. However, the demolition process in those cases was only started after discussion at the Academia. In other words, premature notice of demolition is indeed a rash act.
That's more than enough. We've proven that the order is unreasonable as it currently stands.
Cease your futile resistance.
Oh, he's getting emotional.
Nilou's definitely won this point, right? You're right. Stay focused, Nilou.
Even if permission for demolition has yet to be obtained, it is a fact that your performances violated the Academia's policies on numerous occasions. Based on that fact, we can permanently revoke your right to perform in Sumeru.
We already solved this one.
Under the current system, it is indeed possible to immediately revoke Zubair Theater's performing rights.
That's a thing?
Rather than protecting Zubair Theater, I surmise that your true intention is to maintain your hold over your audience and their patronage as your source of income. Without them, Zubair Theater is nothing more than an empty building. And without its performance,
here we go.
Has nothing else of value.
Not true.
What you said isn't true at all.
Keep it cool, Nilou.
Right.
Still gotta get me a shower
I need to
tonight.
keep calm, but he just a little more. Zubair Theater isn't just a performance venue.
Yeah.
The theater carries everyone's feelings and serves as the bond that connects us all. Zubair Theater isn't simply a performance venue to us. It means more than that. It's been our home for a long time.
Be able to salvage something from you guys.
Miss Raykar can't go on adventures anymore,
Come on, them
but she
other
has found a
headphones
stable
open.
career and a new life at the
There
theater.
were two.
Her son, Soren, has already passed his theater exam, and he'll soon be our newest member. Mr. Kasani found a new way to look at art. He decided to stay at the theater to watch us grow. Mr. Farhad and Mr. Hushang visit even when there isn't a show going on. And they always tell us lots of entertaining stories. Even Inaya wants to stay with us. And she's starting to look forward to a new future. Zubair Theater exists for them. For every single one of us.
Perhaps Zubair Theater has provided you with a multitude of positive emotions and experiences. However, you have misconstrued something, young miss. The interpersonal relationships you speak of were established upon normal theater operations. Sheikh Zubair operates the theater for his livelihood. His employees work for their wages, and the audience comes to enjoy performances.
Oh. Use the pads off the other ones.
Relationships are merely a byproduct in this exchange of interests. They may be pleasant and captivating, but they can only ever be secondary.
Just so you know, my stream's running, so just heads up.
Freely share our knowledge
in case it's not, you know.
As if we were all kin.
It was she was playing on my Oculus.
However, this collaboration ends after the results of our work are published.
Zombieland.
The reason
Double Tap, the shooter game.
We are scholars.
And I snuck up behind
and there are
her
new projects that await our attention.
And she screamed.
You are so lucky she didn't turn around and smack you.
I was expecting it because I was within striking distance.
Oh my god. Yeah, don't do that with me. I'd smack you.
And Sharif's argument is currently the more persuasive of the two for this point of contention. The continuance of the interpersonal relationships Nilu spoke of remains hypothetical before the theater's demolition, whereas the situation that Sharif described has been well documented at the Academia.
That's cute.
The Academia has made significant academic contributions, in no small part due to its researchers' efficiency and ability to compartmentalize.
You know, and my name has evolved, so it was Vengeful, then Bimo, and then Vengmo, and Beeboo, or Booby, depending on who you ask. But it started with that, and then she made me a shirt about it with it on there again.
Aww.
It's very nice. I'm gonna wear it when I have casual Friday at work.
Nice. You're starting to get a bunch of shirts for that.
Oh no! What should we do? Things are going in the opposite direction. A setup? So Nilu's got him?
Good. He said what he said. The next argument could decide this debate.
I scared poor Delilah though when I put my VR headset on. She wanted no part of it.
Cruel to Inaya.
None.
Inaya
did not
really
like my
wants
headset.
to win.
It scared the poor girl. I had to show it was me, and she was fine until I put it back on, and then
she
she's
wants
like,
to win, no matter what.
Yeah.
Mr. Sharif believes that interpersonal relationships are a byproduct of working towards a goal. Once that goal is achieved or abandoned, those relationships would have no more reason to continue.
Smart. Like I don't have to kid talk what I say to her. She understands it.
No, they should be like that.
And I looked at her and says, "You understand me, don't you?" And she said, "Yep." I says, "Really?" Uh-huh.
How old is she?
That's okay. She's, I think, going on 3.
Okay. Not bad.
And can articulate quite well. Her comprehension skills are off the chart. And she's smart. When she finally got used to my headset and I had it on, she came in and I turned the cameras on so I could see her. And she wanted to know what I was doing. I says, "Well, I'm going to play some VR games." And she pointed my controllers. "What are those?" Or "What's that?" I said, "These are our controllers so I can interact with the game." "Oh." I said, "Like the PlayStation controller?" And she walked over and picked one up. I said, "Yes, like that."
Then, if someone has failed to live up to his expectations...
I was marking off my area in their kitchen, and she says, "What you doing?" I says, "The headset gives me the ability to map out an area that I want to play in." Oh.
Yeah, she's interested because it's different.
Yeah, and I told Eugene, I says, "That kid is smart." He said I picked up on that immediately when I started talking about cars and stuff around her. She would hop up in my lap and would, talk about it. And I says, "She is, my God."
Yeah, keep that going.
That little one's a savant. Yeah.
She has to keep asking questions though.
If someone has failed to live up to your expectations and ran away from home,
This kid's gonna go far.
then she shouldn't be your daughter anymore. Right?
I agree.
Inaya. Sorry, Nilu. As expected, I should be the one to say it. You don't need to shoulder this responsibility for me. If in your eyes, the purpose of my existence is to become your academic successor, then that goal has ended in complete failure. By your logic, that means there is no more reason to sustain our relationship as father.
Ooh, this is nasty.
Members of the audience who do not belong to either debate party, please speak with caution.
Let her speak. What she does not say, Nilu will.
No matter how many disagreements we've had, the truth is that you are still my father. You're so immersed in your own world, you can't understand why we come together for the sake of relationships.
Yeah, don't look down on us.
You can watch a dance anywhere, but there's only one Zubair Theater.
I'm almost starting to feel sorry for this guy, what with the idiotic things he said.
Order! Order! Members of the audience, do not interrupt debate proceedings.
I confess that this is the final argument we had prepared. Disown me, and you will win the debate. But before that, Father, I have some final words to say. I've been doing some soul searching. Not about whether I should have run away from home, but whether there was any point to my personal rebellion against you. I kept trying to earn your approval, but I only disappointed you over and over. The truth is, I ran away from home as a means to vent my recurring frustrations. That is to say, I was exerting pressure on you and hoping you'd give up on your lofty expectations. But by doing that, wasn't I just doing the same thing as you? I won't force my expectations upon you anymore. At Zubair Theater, I have found the life I've always wanted. I will move on from my family troubles and strive towards my new goal. But if you dare to harm this place, then I will stand with my friends here and fight against you.
This is not the time to space out, Sharif. The debate is still underway.
You already consider them to be your friends.
You should be asking us that question.
Of course we are! Miss Inaya is a really good friend.
It was a bit of a process, but we won her over.
Make no mistake, all those who come to Zubair Theater become one of us. We will always be with her.
Such puerile simplicity. However... It is surprisingly a relief.
Wait, what are you... never mind.
I think I finally finished this quest.
They left? Does that mean we've won?
We won?
It's just so long. Oh, almost 2 hours?
I relaxed for a moment and I feel a little faint. It looks like you still have
Just a lot of X. Push X. Listen to people talk. Push X.
Won't cause any more trouble for us.
Didn't know you could get so fierce. I have a lot of newfound respect for you two.
This really took a lot.
It was all about the theater.
I don't ever want to do this again.
Both Miss Nilu and Miss Inaya were so cool! Should we throw a second round of celebrations?
Me?
Oh no, this is
Yeah, I know.
The theater and the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah. It just took forever.
Oh, it's you. Yes, I feel a lot better.
They're just doing the wrap up now.
I don't think I could repeat what I did a second time.
And it's all thanks to you.
Ugh.
I see. You mean how fate brought me to the theater, right? Then I'll have to tell you about my teacher who Mr. Zubair had mentioned. Mr. Zubair opened his theater when I was still a child.
Oh, it's a cutscene.
There was a beautiful
Maybe?
dancer, and from the moment I saw her, I couldn't look away. I thought to myself,
Maybe not.
the gods must have blessed her with such talent. But later on, she would actually smile down at
Maybe
me
not.
and say, just the opposite, in fact. Yeah. She said, dance is an art born from toil. It isn't a gift from the gods, but a creation by our own hands. It is a beautiful thing born from our life experiences. Whenever there is joy or something to be celebrated, people will dance. In other words, any place where people can effortlessly begin a dance will for sure be filled with the blessings of everyone's happiness. She wasn't looking for flowers and applause. All she wanted was to see her audience smile. Right. The same as what Mr. Kasani believes. I was completely moved by what she had said, so I started taking dance lessons from her. And later on, I began to dance here in her stead. Before she retired, she told me, for as long as you live, never forget what dance means to others. This is why Mr. Zubair and I never intended to listen to the academia. Even though it ended up causing everyone a whole lot of trouble, thankfully, everything worked out in the end. Although, I do have a small regret. Yeah, even though she has already decided to stop fighting with her father, they never managed to have a real conversation with each other. Before he left, Mr. Sharif looked like he had a lot on his mind. He probably has a lot of things he wants to say, but will now perhaps never get a chance to. Yeah, but I still hope that things can change. It never hurts to have hope. You and Paimon are more than welcome to keep attending our shows. Who knows? Next time, you might see Inaya on the stage.
Ooh. Done?
Are you still worried about Inaya? Let's be sure to come back often. Who knows? Maybe things will have worked out for her.
Wait, is that the same quest? What? There's still more? Ugh. Wait, what? 8 o'clock. Wait until 2 days later. Okay. Let's see, that would be 1, 2. Man. I love this game. I love story games. It's just in the way of me going to bed.
Yeah.
Just put it down and say no more.
No, I'm so close though. I'm too close. I also don't know why my apartment is so warm all of a sudden.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of...
It's just abnormally warm. Oh yeah, of course, we have to do like the whole dance thing. She has to do a dance.
Everyone, I'd like to introduce you to our newest member, Hinaya.
Hello, everyone.
She'll be dancing for us from now on, so please give her your support.
Oh, she's gonna do dancing.
Hinaya's taken her place on the stage. Oh, Paimon wonders how she'll look when she starts dancing. When you stop and think about it, happy endings like this sure aren't easy to come by. Nilou's efforts, everyone's wisdom, Inaya's determination? Huh? What do you mean by that? You do have a point there. The whole demolition thing was going overboard. But he really could have banned Nilou and the others from dancing. If he really wanted to be ruthless, he could have done some real damage, even without winning the debate. Oh well, it's not like we can understand how people like him think. Huh? Wait, look who the cat dragged in! Isn't that Inaya's father?
Oh, it's you two. I don't have much to do today, so I just came to look around this place.
Are you looking for Inaya?
No, I am simply here to watch a performance. There is no need to trouble her. Well, I was for a time. My loss at the debate caused quite the loss of face for the academia, so there was a period of unrest. I used this opportunity to suggest that my superiors temporarily suspend me from duty. Otherwise, the rumors would probably persist for...
Suspended from duty?
Yes, I am temporarily unemployed. However, I now have an abundance of time, so I can afford to come here and watch a show.
It must be nice to just be, like, you know, unemployed and just be able to enjoy your life.
I admit that I do not understand the magic
Sharif,
this theater
he got suspended, essentially, so he's essentially unemployed. But, you know, it's totally fine. It's not a big deal.
I still cannot forget that young lady's perseverance. Inaya would almost certainly mature in the presence of such a person. There are no parents who do not worry about their children. I suppose she managed to hit a weak spot of mine. Never mind. I do not have the right to say that.
You're already here, so you might as well go see her.
No, that is not necessary. I will take my leave after the show concludes.
Aww.
Do not tell her that I was here.
It just ran out.
Aww.
Come on. Who knows if you'll get a chance like this again?
Oh, cutscene. Like a real cutscene.
You said you were going to make peace with your past. Show your father how much you've grown.
Nope, can't do that again.
Don't be nervous. Everyone at Zubair Theater has your back. Hey, let's go somewhere else. We should give them some space.
You sure they'll be okay?
I don't know, but I think we should have faith in them.
Ah, yes, Inaya. I have something for you. I'm still learning. It's hardly a masterpiece.
Aww.
If you'll take it.
Someone's learning. Yay!
You don't have to take it. It's fine. Never mind.
Let's have a heart-to-heart. Father.
Like father, like daughter. They're both so awkward with their feelings.
Yep.
Yeah. She probably would have snuck away as well if I didn't drag her back.
Do you think they'll be able to reconcile?
I'm not sure. A complete reconciliation may also not be the best thing for them right now. All those years of arguments and misunderstandings can't be settled overnight. It might be best if they continue to keep some distance for now. But no matter where their hearts and bodies may be, they will always be family. All I wish for them is to be able to one day tap into the warmth of that bond. Oh, by the way, everyone's really thankful to you for helping out with the debate. So we made you a little something. Hope you'll like it.
Aw, I get a little thing to put in my thingamajig.
Isn't this Zubair Theater? Whoa! This is amazing! It's so detailed and polished!
We've also never made anything this complicated before. Mr. Zubair and Mr. Kasani took charge of the design, while Inaya and I made all the little pieces with the help of others. Miss Reikar and Miss Nadja made and assembled the centerpiece. As adventurers, You two will doubtlessly travel to many more lands and see many more things. That's why we hope that your time at Zubair Theater will become a fond memory of your journey. You two are welcome back anytime.
We'll come back and watch you dance whenever we get the chance.
You're welcome. And there's no need to be so polite. You learned fast. Come on, take it. This is the story of you and me.
I won't be staying on here long.
It's a tale that I'll never, ever forget.
And get ready for work.
Yeah, you're usually up really early, too. It's done! Oh my god, it's done.
I did explain to James that if I get home late and after I get my shower and get my clothes ready, I'll be into work, but I might be a little bit late. So don't worry about it.
Well, now you can see. Because, you know...
No, I still have to go. I have to go back and pick them up.
Why can't they just send it to you?
They could, but being glasses and how our post office handles packages, I don't trust them.
Fair. I have a wish. Let's see. Nope. Still nothing. I'm going on to 65. Pity. Yeah, it's bad. Alright. I'm gonna end my stream because it's been running way longer than I intended. But thank you everybody who stopped by and was watching, and I will see everybody on Tuesday for Destiny. And everybody have a good night. Thanks for watching.